celebrate opening night and the great American pastime, baseball. Our thoughts and prayers are with all of our brave sons and daughters in the military abroad, around the world, defending our American freedoms. We also want to take a moment to remember 4 our Phillies season ticket holders who have unfortunately passed away since our final game last season. Tonight we remember Robert Brandt, Judy Dippendall, Charles Schuch Kovasak, and we also pause to remember Rick Anstead, who just passed away suddenly earlier this week. A moment of silence, please, in memory of Robert, Judy, Schuch, and Rick. Thank you. And now, please welcome from the Uptown Band, Eric Koala, who will perform our national anthem.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Baseball Town, a brand new season of baseball here at FirstEnergy Stadium. My name is Bob McCoy. It is opening day here on a beautiful night, and a season of baseball about to get underway here for the Reading Fightin Phillies on their home turf. They did indeed get their season underway over the weekend in Bowie, Maryland. Reading won Game 1 of that series 5-2 over the Bay Sox, and then dropped Game 2 and Game 3 on Saturday and Sunday. They welcome in the Portland Sea Dogs, who, unfortunately for them, were not able to get a whole lot of baseball in as they were scheduled to begin their season at home in Portland, Maine against Hartford this past weekend. They got snowed out on Friday and Saturday. They were able to get a game in on Sunday. So the Sea Dogs come in at 0-1, and the Reading Fightin Phillies come in at 1-2. And this, the 58th season of baseball here in Baseball Town, is a affiliate of the Double-A affiliate of the Philadelphia Phillies, the longest tenured affiliation of any minor league stadium and minor league team and its major league affiliate. But it is not only a brand new day here in Baseball Town and a brand new season, it is also a brand new spectacle as well, as of course the completion of the Redders Event Center is oh so much closer to a reality. The team now will use that facility as its clubhouse. It is still a work in progress, if you will. The batting tunnels should be done within the next couple of weeks, and eventually the event center will be available for use over the course of the season. So we have kind of watched this building grow up in front of our very eyes over the course of the last season, and now it is very much a fixture here in Baseball Town. It looks spectacular. It is inside spectacular as well. The players certainly were bright-eyed when they got a chance to see it for the very first time. And so now can the team respond in kind as this season gets underway. My name is Bob McCool. Welcome aboard and welcome to our broadcast here on the Reading Phillies Baseball Network. My colleague Jake Starr is pinch hitting tonight in a different context. He's working as the PA here tonight here. We we wish our regular PA announcer, James, a speedy recovery. Jake Starr pinch hitting tonight as the PA announcer. So I'll be flying solo and bringing you 9 innings of baseball as the Fightin' Phils get underway against the Sea Dogs. And for the pitching matchup, it'll be right-hander Wickelman Gonzalez for the Sea Dogs and right-hander Noah Skiro for the Reading Fightin' Phils. Both of them are some experienced pitchers. Wickelman, just 22 years of age, but saw some time in Portland last year. Was called up to the Sea Dogs last year in the middle of July. After pitching 15 starts in Greenville, their High A affiliate, he made 11 more starts with the 10 more starts with the Sea Dogs, ended up 3-1 with a 2.42 earned run average. So he comes in with some experience, having gotten those 10 starts in last year with Portland at the AA level. In 25 starts last year, combined between High A and AA, he went 9-4. With a 3.96 earned run average. As for Skiro, he is 25 years of age, 6'3", 215-pounder, originally from Cambridge, Ontario, but he spent last season with the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs at the AAA level, made 14 starts, 24 appearances in total, went 8-4 with a 5.84 earned run average. The managers are out there right now exchanging the lineup cards and also going through some ground rules as well, as that's actually Mickey Zhang, one of the assistant coaches for the Sea Dogs, out there with manager Al Padrica, who's happy to be back here for his second season here in Reading. Got a chance to talk with Al earlier this morning, and he was more than happy to welcome the opportunity to come back here to Reading. He really enjoyed his time here with the Fightin' Phils and with the front office as well, and also with the fans. He and his wife certainly enjoyed their time in Reading last year. And he said to me when Preston Mattingly called me and said, "Do you want to think about coming back?" He said, "No, I don't have to think about it." He said, "If you're offering me a job to come back to Reading, I'll take it." He said, "Unless there was a major league manager job, major league coaching job available, he was going to come back to Reading." And so he is happy to be back here for his second season. He will welcome in a new coaching staff to go along with him this season. And a very familiar name will be a part of that coaching staff here in Baseball Town. Brock Stassi is now the hitting coach. He was at Jersey Shore last year. Brock Stassi had some great seasons as a member of the Reading Fightin' Phils. Phil Kandari and Riley McCauley will both be the pitching coaches, and Carl Ellison will be the developmental coach for the Phils in 2024. He will also be the first base coach for Reading as well. So the lineups being exchanged right now. And again, going through some ground rules, the one aspect of this ballpark that will eventually change but has not yet, that is the bullpens. The bullpens are still down the respective first base and third base lines. Those ultimately will change. The brand new scoreboard that is here as a part of the upgrades, that is essentially going to tower over the bullpens, which will be in left center field. And there will be a tiered bullpen, much like Citizens Bank Park is a tiered bullpen. Here at FirstEnergy Stadium, that too will have tiered bullpens as well. And the bullpens that are down the first and third base lines eventually will go away, but those are not expected to be done on probably until May is the expected end date, if you will, or completion date of the bullpens down the two base lines. But again, there are aspects of that event center that is so monumental in its undertaking that some of it is still quite literally under construction, but at the same time so much closer to a reality. Last year during batting practice and oftentimes during games, balls would fly up and over the railing and out onto the porch, and they would bounce around in the shell of that building. We saw the outside shell of it, but now it is completed inside, and ultimately it will now be off of the windows that you can now look out from if you are inside of that event center, and if you are seated in that event center, you can eventually sit out on those decks. It's all part of the upgrades that are here and the ever-growing face and ever-changing face here in Baseball Town. So let's take a look at our starting lineups for the Portland Sea Dogs, and they are brought to you by Golden Oaks Landscaping. Roman Anthony, one of the top prospects in the Red Sox organization, will lead off and play at center field. Marcelo Meyer will bat second and play shortstop. Kyle Teal bats third and is the catcher. Blaze Jordan bats cleanup. He's the designated hitter. Nick York bats fifth and in left field. Philip Sykes bats sixth. He's in right field. And Anderson Paulino bats seventh at third base. Alex Pinellas is batting 8th and at first base, and Max Ferguson is batting 9th and at second base. So we are about to get underway, and again, it is an absolutely gorgeous night for baseball. Our game time temperature is 72 degrees, little bit of a breeze, but nothing much at all. Right now, it looks like it's blowing straight out to the brand new flagpole on top of the Redners Event Center, blowing out to left center field, and Noah Skiro delivers the first pitch of the ball game to Roman Anthony over for a called strike one. Anthony had 2 of the 3 hits for Portland in that game against Hartford. Again, they only were able to get the 1 game in. Here's the off-speed pitch from Skiro, and Anthony way out in front of it. Anthony, number 2 prospect in the Boston Red Sox organization. He is quickly behind in the count, no balls and 2 strikes. Again, they had 3 hits in that 1-0 loss to Hartford in the only game that Portland was able to get in their home series over the weekend. The 0-2 pitch is up and in, ball 1. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Roman Anthony, 6'2", 200-pounder, out of West Palm Beach High School, was a compensatory draft pick of the Boston Red Sox in 2022. He is just 19 years of age, will turn 20 in another month, and now it's 2 balls and 2 strikes to Anthony. Scouts love his ability for average. They think he'll hit for power as well. And the 1-2 pitch to him is fouled straight back and out of play. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. It remains to Roman Anthony. Anthony last year was called up to Portland at the tail end of the season after playing the bulk of his games in Greenville. 54 games at high A at 294 and 12 home runs, 38 RBIs. The 2-2 pitch, good at bat for Anthony as he's now worked the count full at 3-2. Anthony also had 14 doubles and 3 triples at single A, and then called up to Portland, and in 10 games with the Sea Dogs, went 12 for 35 with a home run. Here's a swing and a miss, strike 3, and the first out is recorded here in 2024 in Baseball Town, and it's a swing and a miss, and Anthony goes down swinging for out number 1 here in the first. The defense behind Noah Skiro, Carlos De La Cruz, a very familiar name here in Baseball Town, is in left field. Marcus Lee Sang is in center. Gabriel Rincones is in right field. Carson Taylor is at first. Jose Rodriguez is at second. Robert Moore is at short. Kendall Simmons is at third. And another top prospect in the Phillies organization, Caleb Ricketts, is behind the plate as the pitch to Marcelo Meyer is a bit outside for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. 1-0 pitch, swing, beaten foul, and the count now quickly 1 ball and 1 strike. Excuse me, the first pitch was actually called a strike. So Skiro again gets ahead of the hitter, no balls and 2 strikes. Talk about Anthony being one of the top prospects in the Red Sox organization. Well, Marcelo Meyer is the number 1 prospect in the organization, just 21 years of age. And this one is a bit low to Meyer. Meyer, one of 6 left-handed hitters in Chad Epperson's lineup tonight, facing the right-handed pitcher in Skiro. Myers has had just 21 years of age, a first-round draft pick of the Red Sox, the number 4 overall pick in the 2021 draft out of high school. 1-2 pitch is dropped into left field and falling fast and will fall in front of De La Cruz for a base hit. So Marcelo Meyer gets the first hit of the ball game. A little bleeder into left field that De La Cruz had no shot to get, and so Meyer gets his second hit of the year. I mentioned that Roman Anthony had 2 of the 3 hits in the season opener for the Sea Dogs, and Meyer had the other, and that'll bring up Kyle Teal. So Anthony, the number 2 prospect, leads off. Meyer, the number 1 prospect, bats second. Well, welcome to the number 3 prospect. Batting third is Kyle Teal, outstanding young catcher in the Red Sox organization. And the first pitch from Skiro misses for a ball, 1 ball and no strike. Skiro mixes both a 4-seam and a 2-seam fastball. Also has a cutter, a change, and a curve. So a wealthy mix of pitches for the 25-year-old veteran. Takes a look over at Meyer at first. His 1-0 pitch to the plate is up a bit high. It's 2-0. Teal, the Red Sox first-round draft pick last year, 2023, out of Virginia. He was the ACC Player of the Year, and the Red Sox immediately kind of pushed him a little bit. He ended the season with his last 9 games in Portland after just being drafted in the June college draft. Got 14 games in at Greenville, went 20 for 53 with 4 doubles and no home runs. Did hit his first professional home run last year in that time with Portland. He went 10 for 31 in a Sea Dogs uniform. 2 balls and no strikes to the left-hand hitter, and a swing and a miss, off-speed pitch, and Teal way out in front of it. It's 2 balls and a strike. So Noah Skiro, the right-handed pitcher, pitching from the stretch with Meyer taking a good-sized lead off at first. 2-1 pitch, just misses. Ricketts tries to frame it. Fans here in Baseball Town thinking that might have been over for a called strike, but it misses inside. It's 3 balls and 1 strike. Joe Belangio is behind the plate today. Robert Ginther is at first base. Brian Peterson is at third base in our Eastern League umpiring crew. 3-1 pitch is outside, ball 4. So Kyle Teal works a walk, and Noah Skiro has some first inning troubles. 2 men on and 1 out, as they'll bring Blaze Jordan to the plate. Jordan, just 21 years of age, also a top prospect, although his star power dropped a little bit. He was one of the top 10 prospects for the Red Sox a year ago. He's still the 20th rated prospect in Boston's organization. 3rd-round draft pick in 2020. Out of DeSoto Central High School in Mississippi. First pitch to him is there for a called strike. Does have some outstanding power. He was promoted from Greenville to Portland last year in the middle of July, and in 49 games, hit 6 home runs in a Sea Dog uniform. 0-1 pitch from Skiro. It's a big swing, no contact, and Skiro quickly works ahead, no balls and 2 strikes. So that's the way Skiro began this game, was getting ahead of the first 2 hitters he faced, no balls and 2 strikes. 2 on, 1 out, top half of the first. This one lifted, fouled on the first baseline. No chance for anyone in uniform, and looks like it, well, he bounces out of the ballpark on a hop at the top. Great crowd on hand on an absolutely Chamber of Commerce-esque night here in Baseball Town. 0-2 pitch coming to Blaze Jordan, and he fouls another one away and stays alive. Reading Fightin Phil's front office says that today is the warmest opening day in the history of baseball in Baseball Town. How about that for a statistical anomaly, if you will? The warmest opening day here in Baseball Town. Opening day temperatures in the mid-70s. 0-2 pitch. Again, good job by Blaze Jordan as he stays alive. Fouls off his 3rd straight pitch. Count stays no balls and 2 strikes. So making Skiro work in this first inning. He's already thrown 21 pitches. Defense plays Jordan to pull. Marcus Lee Sang a little shallow in center field. Rinconis in right even more shallow, as another one is fouled out of play. So Blaze Jordan fouling off pitches after falling behind no balls and 2 strikes. He's now fouled 4 in a row out of play. First of 6 for the Fightins and the Sea Dogs, which of course will conclude on Sunday afternoon on a Burks Packing Family Fun Day. This one lifted into right field. Gabriel Rinconis will back up a couple steps. He'll make the catch. No opportunity for Meyer to tag up. Rinconis does have a good arm, and Meyer doesn't opt to test that on the tag. And Jordan is finally retired. And that is out number 2 here in the first, and we'll bring up Nick York. And just like the 4 batters ahead of him, York also one of the top prospects in the Red Sox organization. This is a prospect-heavy team here for Portland in 2024. And we've just rattled off the first 5 batters in their lineup are all in the top 20 in their prospect organization. And the guy on the mound today, Wickelman Gonzalez, is also one of their top prospects as well. York stands in after an 0 for 4 Sunday, looking for his first hit of the season, and the first pitch from Skiro is outside for a ball. York played in the Major League Baseball Futures All-Star game last year, as did the guy on second base, Marcelo Meyer. Of course, Mick Abel for the Reading Fightin Phillies at the time, and now with Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs, pitched in that game and started in that game as well. 1-0 pitch coming to Nick York. Just misses outside. It's 2-0. York last year in Portland played in 110 games, hit .268 with 13 home runs and 61 RBIs. Also 25 doubles, but did strike out at a pretty high rate, 28% strikeout rate, as he fouls this one out of play and down the right field line. So it's now 2 balls and 1 strike to Nick York, 22-year-old. Another first-round draft pick of the Red Sox back in 2020. He was the number 17 overall selection out of Archbishop Mitty High School in California, Newport Beach, California native. 2 on, 2 out, top of the first. And this one again misses low and away, and it's 3-1. 27th pitch thrown by Noah Skiro in this first inning. Skiro just activated by the Phillies organization on the Reading roster officially today. 3-1 pitch coming from him. Back through the middle and into center field for a base hit. Meyer going to be waved around, and he will come in as Marcus Lee Sang will hit the cutoff man. And Nick York gets one right through the infield. Diving attempt by Jose Rodriguez. Don't know that he would have had a play anywhere, but he may have saved a run for the time being. But instead it is a base hit and an RBI by Nick York. And the Sea Dogs are on top here in the first inning on the RBI single for Nick York. His first hit of the year turns into an RBI base hit. And this is going to result in a trip to the mound very early on for pitching coach Phil Condari. Again, 28 pitches thrown by Skiro already in this inning, and he's still not out of the jam as Philip Sykes now will bat for the Sea Dogs. With 2 on, 2 out, and a run across for Portland here in the first. Maybe just a chance to settle down Skiro a little bit. No activity this early in the ballgame. But again, you start getting close to that 30 pitch mark in an inning, and it becomes a very much of an alarm bell for pitching coaches of any kind. That's kind of hitting your maximum. Not so much pitching 30 pitches, but pitching 30 pitches in one inning is a lot. And he's at 28 already as he faces a new batter here in Philip Sykes. Sykes 0 for 3 in Sunday's opener. Takes the first pitch up high for a ball. Sykes last year with the Sea Dogs hit just .210. He struck out 35% of his at-bats a year ago in Double-A. 9 home runs, 43 RBIs. This one fisted it in the left side of the infield. Third baseman Simmons will make the throw across in time. Just ahead of the throw across will get Philip Sykes, and that will do it for the Sea Dogs here in the first. But they do get a run across. They do it on a couple of hits and a walk. And after a half an inning, Portland won. Fightin' Phils make their debut at the plate when we come back to Baseball Town after this.
Empowering communities one relationship at a time is our commitment at Tompkins. Our customers have thrived thanks to our focus on local lending and their commitment to the customers they serve.
You do a great job, everything for us, from our banking, insurance, to our wealth management.
Tompkins has always been there for us. We see a long relationship with Tompkins. They're good people.
Tompkins, banking, insurance, wealth. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
When you drive a
Investment
vehicle
insurance
so
products are not
reliable
FDIC
it's backed
insured,
by a
not being
10-year,
guaranteed to lose
100,000-mile
value.
limited warranty, you stop thinking about what you can't do and start doing what you never thought possible. Visit your local Kia dealer today to see what you're capable of in a vehicle that inspires confidence around every corner. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-3334-KIA for details. Always drive safely. Limited inventory available. Warranties include 10-year 100,000-mile powertrain and 5-year 60,000-mile basic. Warranties are limited. See retailer for details.
Looking to try something new at a Fightin' Phils game this season? Give Briganti Wines a try. Briganti Wines is ran by former Fightin' Phils great and big leaguer Mike Costanzo. Briganti Wines comes from the vineyards in Italy's Abruzzo region. They are committed to quality, authenticity, and sustainability.
Welcome back to FirstEnergy Stadium as the Reading Fightin' Phils about to come to the plate here in the bottom of the first. And it's time now for our Fightin' Phils starting lineup presented to you by Golden Oaks Landscaping. Jose Rodriguez will lead off for the Fightins. He'll be at second base. Marcus Lee Sang will bat second, and he's in center field. Gabriel Ganconis bats third. Carlos De La Cruz bats in the cleanup spot. Caleb Ricketts, the young catcher, bats fifth. Carson Taylor, veteran first baseman, bats in the sixth spot. Kendall Simmons batting seventh is at third base. Baron Radcliffe is a designated hitter tonight for the Phils. He's in the eighth spot, and Robert Moore bats ninth. And the first pitch from right-hander Wickelman Gonzalez to Jose Rodriguez is over for a called strike. Jose Rodriguez just picked up by the Philadelphia Phillies organization. A 1-0 pitch to him is outside, ball 2. Rodriguez immediately becomes one of the top 30 prospects in the Phillies organization, even though he was released by the White Sox. He was signed originally by the White Sox in 2018 out of the Dominican Republic. 2-0 pitch to him, misses, ball 3. Has excellent potential, certainly by the Phillies organization. Last year playing for Birmingham in the White Sox AA affiliate in 87 games at .264 with 18 home runs and 54 RBIs. 3-0 pitch to him, taken all the way, and he takes it for ball 4. So 4 straight pitches out of the strike zone, and Jose Rodriguez is a leadoff base runner. And that will bring to the plate Marcus Lee Sang. Lee Sang had a couple hits and was on base 4 times in the series in Bowie, Maryland. 2 for 11 in total with a couple of walks to go along with it. As Rodriguez will take his lead off of first, and the left-hander hitting Marcus Lee Sang steps in. The first pitch to him, inside ball 4, and immediately that's going to bring Kyle Teal to the pitcher's mound as Wickelman Gonzalez has missed 5 straight outside the zone. Gonzalez, a 22-year-old right-hander. As I said, one of the top prospects. How about the number 6 prospects in the Red Sox organization? Mentioned in the pregame show, over the course of 2 levels last year, both Greenville and in Portland, he made a combined 25 starts, 9-4 with a 3.96 earned run average. In his time in Portland, in 10 starts, 63 strikeouts, and 28 walks. But he has missed on 5 straight now and gets a visit from his catcher, Kyle Teal. As Jose Rodriguez will take his lead off of first. Marcus Lee Sang, a little bit of a homecoming for him last weekend in Bowie. Laurel, Maryland native, swings at this one and fouls it straight back. It's quickly 1 ball and 1 strike. Last year, Lee Sang began the season at Jersey Shore in 99 games with the Blue Claws, hit .268 with 8 home runs and 53 RBIs, then called up to Reading on August the 15th, played in 25 more games here in Baseball Town, hit just .195. 1-1 pitch, fouled, fisted down down towards the 67 club, and that one was moving. Some oohs and ahs from the crowd as that one went rifling into the seats. And right now it's 1 ball and 2 strikes to Marcus Lee Sang. One of 6 left-handed hitters in the Fightin's lineup this year. This one ripped into right field. Sykes going back, looks up, and makes the catch on the warning track. Nice over-the-shoulder catch by Philip Sykes, taking extra base hits away from Marcus Lee Sang. And that is out number 1 here in the first as Rodriguez has to scamper back to first base. Hit hard by Lee Sang, but just held up enough for Sykes to grab it with his back to the infield. And with 1 out, that will bring up Gabriel Rincones Jr. Rincones Jr. made his mark in the series in Bowie with a couple of home runs. 6'3", 225-pounder, 23 years of age, the 3rd-round draft pick of the Phillies in 2022 out of Florida Atlantic University. 0-1 pitch coming to the left-handed hitter. And that one misses low. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Rincones, scouts love his power, think that batting average will come along with it. He's got an excellent arm, as I mentioned before. Last year, played 48 games in Clearwater and then 72 more after a call up to Jersey Shore. And this one's way inside, almost hit him. The runner takes off. Rodriguez heads to second. The throw goes into center field. Rodriguez quickly gets up and heads to third base. So Jose Rodriguez, with some speed at the top of the lineup, picks up the stolen base, and the throw from Kyle Teal, the catcher, sails into center field for an error that allows Rodriguez to move up to second base. To third base. And now Rincones in a 2 balls and 1 strike count with a runner in scoring position. The Phils looking to tie this one up. Portland got a run across to the top of the first. Phils have the tying run now 90 feet away with 1 out here in the bottom of the first with Gabriel Rincones at the plate in a 2-1 count. Pitch up and in, it's 3-1. Defense behind Gonzalez. Nick York is in left, Roman Anthony's in center, Philip Sykes, as we mentioned, in right, who made that great running catch. Alex Benelis is in first base, Max Ferguson at second, Marcelo Meyer at short, Anderson Paulino is at third. As I mentioned, Kyle Teal is the catcher. And Gonzalez misses again inside, and Rincones becomes the second base runner in the inning as he works a walk. So now runners at the corners, and one out, and here comes Carlos De La Cruz. De La Cruz, who led the Fightin' Phils in almost every offensive category there was last year. If he didn't lead them, it was Oliver Dunn who led them. And how about the story of Oliver Dunn, who was traded by the Phillies organization to the Milwaukee Brewers in the offseason and made the Brewers lineup out of spring training, has now become a fixture in their lineup on a regular everyday basis. And Oliver Dunn off to a good start with Milwaukee. Rincones started and then stopped and goes back into first base as De La Cruz takes one for a ball. Carlos last year here in Reading at .259 with 24 home runs and 67 RBIs. Still just 24 years old, the number 13 prospect in the Phillies organization, 6'8" and 210 pounds. This one bounces all the way to the backstop. That's going to allow both runners to move up, and we're tied at 1. So the control issues for Gonzalez continue, and they blow up in this one as Rodriguez comes across with a Fightin's run that ties it up at 1-1 on the wild pitch. Teal had no shot at that one. In the dirt and all the way to the backstop. It also allows Rincones now to move up into scoring position at second base. Still only one out and 1 ball and no strikes to Carlos De La Cruz. Gonzalez doesn't really take a look back. It comes with a pitch, and that's over for a called strike. It's 2 balls and 1 strike now to Carlos De La Cruz. Caleb Ricketts in the on-deck circle for the Fightins. This time he does take a look back at Rincones, comes to the pitch, and an off-speed pitch, and De La Cruz is way out in front of it. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Gonzalez with a fastball that's in the 93 to 95 range, a very good curveball, and a change and slider as well. And that looked like the curveball that De La Cruz was way out in front of. And so it's now 2 balls and 2 strikes to Carlos De La Cruz. Good size lead off of second for Rincones. This one bounces up, a great play by Kyle Teal. What a beautiful backhanded stab by Kyle Teal. Keeps Rincones at second base. Again, that gets by him, and Rincones now at third base with less than 2 outs. It's now 3-2 to De La Cruz. And that's up high, ball 4. The third walk of the inning puts 2 runners on now with still 1 out. Now the pitch count blows up a little bit for Gonzalez here in this inning, just like it did for Noah Skiro. And on cue, here comes a visit by by Sean Isaac, the pitching coach for the Sea Dogs, out to make a visit to the mound and talk to Winkleman Gonzalez. He's only at 19 pitches right now, which is far less than Noah Skiro was in the first inning that had Phil Kandari come out and take a visit to the mound. Fightins and Sea Dogs back at it tomorrow night at 6:45. And through the Friday night game as well. Saturday night's game is a 5:15 start here in Baseball Town. And then Sunday afternoon, again, a Berks Packing Family Fun Day, as the Fightins will be the Reading Hot Dogs on a Sunday afternoon. And that game will be at 3:15. 2 on, 1 out. Bottom half of the first inning, 1 run in for the Fightins. It's in a 1-1 ball game. And Caleb Ricketts, the catcher for the Fightins, is at the plate. As I said, 6 left-handed hitters in the lineup for the Fightins tonight, including the switch hitter Robert Moore, who bats 9th. Ricketts, the number 21 prospect in the Phillies organization, 7th round draft pick out of the University of San Diego by the Phillies in 2022. Stands in, first pitch to it, up and in, ball 1. So Rincones, the runner at second, he walked. De La Cruz at first, he also walked. And Jose Rodriguez, who started this inning with a walk and has come around to score. So the Phils without a hit so far, but they got to run across. 1-0 pitch to Ricketts. Takes that one for a called strike. Last year, Ricketts began the season at Clearwater, then moved up to Jersey Shore on May the 9th after playing 23 games with the Threshers. Played 44 more for Jersey Shore. It's big swing, no contact in this one. He did miss some time last year with a wrist injury. Missed June and July because of that wrist injury. So that's what limited him ultimately to 77 games between Clearwater and Jersey Shore. Hit a blistering .368 in his time at Clearwater, which obviously got him the promotion to Jersey Shore. It's just .218 for the Blue Claws. This is within the dirt. Another nice block by Kyle Teal. Count now 2 balls and 2 strikes to Caleb Ricketts. And you look out and find the balls and strikes count on the brand new, huge FirstEnergy Stadium scoreboard here at this ballpark. Massive scoreboard that's part of the upgrades here at the stadium. 2-2 pitch, lifted into center field. Back goes Roman Anthony, still going back to the track and makes the catch, slamming into the fence. Runner will tag up Rincones, and they're going to wave him in as Anthony is shaken up, and Gabriel Rincones will come across with a go-ahead run. Roman Anthony with a great catch as he ran into the fence and then was hurt. And some heads-up base running and coaching by the Fightins as Rincones tags up. And Al Padrique, coaching at third base, realized that Anthony was not getting back up and was not going to be able to get the ball back into the infield, and he was waving Rincones around all the way. So that will go as a sacrifice fly and an RBI for Caleb Ricketts. You don't often get a 2-base sacrifice fly and an RBI, but he does indeed get that, and he also gets the Phils on top as Gabriel Rincones comes across with the second run. So that's 2 outs in the inning. And right now the concern for the Sea Dogs is on their talented center fielder Roman Anthony, who made the catch and then crashed into the fence. And he seems to be okay and certainly wants to stay in the ballgame. So the Fightins have 2 outs in this inning, and they were both great defensive plays. One by Sykes in right field with his back to the infield, and now Roman Anthony does the same. Anthony's even a little bit more dramatic than Sykes. And again, taking extra base hits away from the Fightins, who still have the lead at 2-1. Anthony, as I said, will stay in the game. And now with a runner at first base and 2 outs, it will bring Carson Taylor to the plate. Taylor 2 for 8 in the series in Bowie, including a home run for the Fightins that tied the game up in the Sunday game. Tied the game at 3-3. It was a 2-run home run by Carson Taylor. But the Bay Sox came back and scored the winning run, won it 4-3 by scoring a run in the bottom of the 8th. So Taylor at the plate with a 2 for 8 start to the season and a home run and 3 RBIs. De La Cruz, the runner at first base, and 2 outs. First pitch there for a called strike. So a rarity so far in this first inning for Gonzalez, and that's throwing a first pitch strike to the hitter. Taylor, the 24-year-old native of Atlanta, Georgia, plays college baseball at Virginia Tech. This pitch inside, ball 1, it's 1-1. Signed as a Rule 5 minor league free agent by the Phillies organization in December of 2023. There's several of those type of players on this Fightin' Phils roster. 1-1 pitch to him. Big swing, no contact, the off-speed pitch way out in front of it, and now Gonzalez out in front of him, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Al Padrique coaching at third, Carl Ellison coaching at first for the Fightins. Ellison with some words with De La Cruz at first base. With Taylor ahead, 1 ball and 2 strikes, he calls time at the plate. Gonzalez from the stretch. Breaks his bat, rolls it to second. Ferguson up with it in time to first base, and that'll do it for the Phils, who put 2 runs across. They do it without a hit. There were no errors and 1 man left, 1 complete on opening night in Baseball Town. The score, the Reading Fightin' Phils 2, the Portland Sea Dogs 1.
The Seidel Auto Group deck is a great spot for all fans with a summer picnic life and great tailgate atmosphere. During your picnic, you might even catch a souvenir, as the area is situated directly in the home run territory behind the left field wall. Regular season tickets are $34 per person for groups of 20 or more, and children 4 and under are free. Visit rphils.com/groups or call 610-370-BALL to reserve your group outing today.
Humane Pennsylvania is an innovative national leader in animal welfare with adoption centers, accredited nonprofit veterinarian hospitals, emergency animal rescue services, community pet assistance programs, and a free community dog park. At HPA, we are passionate about going the extra base to keep your pets healthy and happy at home with you. With a variety of services and different ways and times to access them and variable pricing, Humane Pennsylvania is here to provide your pets with exceptional care, how, when, and where they need it. Visit humanepa.org for more information.
We head to the top half of the second inning. 2-1, Fightin' Phillies on top. Bob McCool with you tonight here from FirstEnergy Stadium, opening night here at the ballpark. And International Fireworks is the official sponsor of the Phillies fireworks shows during the 2024 season. There might be one or two of those on the schedule at some point in time. Head to their store, 242 Sycamore Road in Douglasville. Of course, each and every weekend, Fightin' Phillies will have fireworks for you, including this home opening weekend. Fightins and Sea Dogs, home here in Baseball Town through Sunday. Here's one lifted into left field. Carlos De La Cruz is there for out number one. Edison Paulino leads off, swings at the first pitch, and Noah Skiro, who had a long first inning through 30 pitches, but gets one pitch and one out here in the second. And now we'll bring Alex Pinellas to the plate. Pinellas, again, one of 6 left-handed hitters in the Sea Dogs lineup, and the Phils countering with the same 6 left-handed hitters as Skiro misses up high, ball one. Skiro did pitch here in Reading in 2022, made 21 starts in Baseball Town, went 5-8 with a 4.65 earned run average. Again, last year spent the entire season with the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs, pitching both as a starter and out of the bullpen. 14 starts, 24 appearances in total. He falls behind Pinellas into 2 balls and no strikes. Pinellas takes this one right there for a called strike one. One out here in the second. Fouls this one at the plate. Now it's quickly 2 balls and 2 strikes. Pinellas, 23 years of age, was originally drafted by the Milwaukee Brewers in the 3rd round. Was traded with Jackie Bradley Jr. David Hamilton to Boston for Hunter Renfroe. Played last year at 82 games in Portland. Hit 283 with 16 home runs. He'll take this one for a ball. So Skiro now loses a base runner. He surrenders his second walk. 1 out base runner is the 8-hole hitter Alex Pinellas. And that'll bring up Max Ferguson. So some control issues for both pitchers tonight. You expected that over the weekend with some of the cold temperatures that both teams had to play in. Freezing cold day in Bowie over the course of, especially on Saturday. It was a brutal day for the Phils and the Bay Sox on Saturday, both on the field and on the scoreboard. It was a 19-1 win for Bowie on Saturday. And the first pitch to Max Ferguson is over for a called strike. Ferguson, the 24-year-old second baseman, product of the University of Tennessee, originally drafted by the San Diego Padres in the 5th round, takes this one over for a called strike too. So after losing Pinellas, Noah Skiro comes back and quickly gets ahead of the 9-hole hitter Max Ferguson. Ferguson did not play in the Sunday opener for the Sea Dogs. Again, they got snowed out in their first 2 home games in Portland. 0-2 pitch to Ferguson. Just misses. Ricketts tries to frame it, doesn't get the call. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Ferguson traded from the Padres to the Red Sox in August of 2022, along with Eric Hosmer and Corey Rozier for left-handed pitcher Jay Groom. This one lifted into center field. Marcus Lee Sang broke in. Now he'll break back. Plenty of room, and he'll make the catch back in the triangle and straightaway center field for out number 2. And they'll bring up the top of the order in Roman Anthony. Anthony, strikeout victim, his first time up. And again, some moments of hush in the Sea Dog dugout after Anthony crashed into the center field fence in the bottom half of that first inning. Just 19 years of age. Again, will turn 20 on May the 13th. Takes the first pitch from Skuro just outside, ball one. Played at Stoneman Douglas High School in Florida. Just his second season of professional baseball, and he's in Double-A already. Takes this one low and inside, ball two. It's 2-0. Great crowd down the first base and third base grandstands. Good crowd in the Seidel Auto Group deck as well. Pool is not open yet. A little early for that. This one fouled at the plate, and now it's 2 balls and 1 strike to Roman Anthony. Main grandstand is fairly full as well. They were lined up tonight for the Bryson Stott bobblehead giveaway. Playing the Stott walk-up song as well. This one lifted into center field. Sang again, broke in. Now he's going back, and he makes the over. No, he could not hold on. The ball comes loose. And Benellis never stopped running. They're going to wave him around, and he's going to come around and score. So it turns into a break for Alex Benellis because he was running from the get-go. If Lee Sang was able to hold on to that, they may have had a play back at first base, but Marcus Lee Sang could not hold on to the ball. And so we are now tied at 2-2 as Benellis comes around and scores the Sea Dogs' second run. So that will go as an RBI double for Roman Anthony. His third hit of the season, his first RBI of the year. And we're now tied at 2 with Marcelo Meyer now at the plate. And the good wheels of Roman Anthony in scoring position at second. First pitch to Meyer is low for a ball. So runner at second, 2 outs. Tie ball game at 2-2 here in the top half of the second. Skuro takes a look back at Anthony. Comes to the plate. This one lined into right field. It's going to fall for a base hit. Rincones Jr. up with it. Makes the throw home, and they'll hold the runner up. Went over Ricketts' head and backed up nicely by Skuro, but he couldn't hold on to the ball. That's going to allow Meyer to move up to second base. So that'll be a base hit for Marcelo Meyer, his second hit of the ball game, and then moves up to second base on the throw home. Strong throw by Rincones, but a little bit too strong and over the head of Ricketts. Skuro hustling to get back there and back it up, knocked the ball down, but it did allow Meyer to move up on the throw. So runners at second and third now for the Sea Dogs, and 2 down, and Kyle Teal at the plate. Teal walked his first time up. Takes the first pitch up high for a ball. 48 pitches, that's the 49th pitch thrown already by Noah Skuro. And he is not out of the woods yet. 2 in scoring position, 2 outs. And the 3-hole hitter, Kyle Teal at the plate. Big swing, fouls this one straight back. 1 ball and 1 strike now to Teal. Teal 0 for 4 in the game Sunday for the Sea Dogs and struck out 3 of the 4 times. Fist this one foul and out of play, and Skuro ahead, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Now he's 1 strike away from getting out of any further damage here in this second. 2 runs on 4 hits for the Sea Dogs. 2 runs without a hit for the Fightins in the first. And 1 ball and 2 strikes to Kyle Teal. This one fisted into right field. It's going to fall for a base hit. 1 run will score. Here comes Meyer around. The throw is cut off, and it's now a 4-2 lead for the Sea Dogs. An RBI, 2 RBI single for Kyle Teal, and it's 4-2 Portland on top. So 3 straight hits now for the first 3 batters in the lineup for Portland, and the leadoff and the walk set this whole thing in motion from the 8-hole hitter, Alex Benellis. So a 3 spot here for Portland, and now Blaze Jordan will bat. Jordan flew out to right field, his first at bat. As Teal takes his lead off, this one first pitch swinging, lifted into right center field. Marcus Lee Sang will call up. Rinconis will make the catch for the third and final out. So that does it for Portland here in the second, but not before the Sea Dogs put 3 runs across. They did it on 3 hits, then they left 1. We head to the bottom of the second in Baseball Town. It's Portland 4, Reading 2.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 75 years of senior living.
The Fightin Phillies know who to call for trash and recycling services. A proven winner, J.P. Mascaro & Sons. The industry leader for over 50 years. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable, quality service for your home or business. That's J.P. Mascaro & Sons, one of the top companies in its industry. Trash and recycling services for home, business, and industry. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO. J.P. Mascaro & Sons, ready to serve you.
We head to the bottom half of the second inning. The Crazy Hot Dog doing his thing in between innings, and the Crazed One has a new challenge on his hands here in Baseball Town. Based on the rules of baseball, the fence had to be raised behind the backstop as a protection for the fans. It's a challenge to get those hot dogs over the top of that fence. So the Crazed One doing some heavy-duty working out, getting that arm in shape, and had a little bit of trouble for the adjustment on opening night, but he got it figured out as you would expect him to do. He is, after all, a trained professional, and the fans enjoying his work as we head to the bottom half of the second inning with the Phils trailing now 4-2. And the leadoff batter for the Reading Fightin Phils here in the second is Kendall Simmons, and he quickly is in a 1-ball-and-1-strike count. This inning of baseball brought to you by Cornwall Manor, an active senior living not-for-profit community in scenic Cornwall, Pennsylvania, outside of Lebanon. Kendall Simmons playing at third base tonight. Guy who can play multiple different infield positions for the Fightins. Played last year for the Jersey Shore Blue Claws. 2-1 pitch to him. Swing and a miss at the off-speed pitch as Gonzalez gets the count even at 2-2. Simmons, a 6th-round draft pick of the Phils back in 2018. Last year played his entire season at Jersey Shore, but just played in 50 games, hit .267, and that one fouled at the plate as he stays alive. Simmons playing at third tonight. As I said, he can play at second. He can play short as well. Two-two pitch coming to him. Way outside, ball 3. Phil's got 3 walks in that first inning. Made it count as they put 2 of them across. This one down the third base line, backhanded by Paulino, bobbles a little bit, comes up and will not be in time as Kendall Simmons hits it hard down the third baseline. And we'll wait to see how they score that. Should be a base hit, I think. And if so, it'll be the first hit of the ball game for the Phils. They do have another base runner here in the second. It'll bring Baron Radcliffe to the plate. And it is indeed a base hit, so Kendall Simmons gets the first hit for the home team here in 2024. And more importantly for the Fightins, have themselves a leadoff base runner with Baron Radcliffe at the plate. First pitch to Radcliffe, started and stopped, but it's over for a called strike. Radcliffe, the left-hand hitter, is the DH tonight for the Fightins. Went 1 for 7 over the weekend on the road trip to Bowie. Swings at this one and fouls it straight back, and he's quickly behind. No balls and 2 strikes. Byron really looking forward to his season a year ago here in Baseball Town. Really looking forward to playing in this ballpark. And that big target for him out of left center field, right center field, but lost a good portion of last season to a shoulder injury. No balls and 2 strikes to him. Takes that one for a call. It's strike 3, and that's out number 1. First strikeout for Gonzalez. And 1 down here in the second for Robert Moore. Talked a little while ago about Oliver Dunn and the success story that Oliver Dunn was, the MVP of the season last year for the Reading Fightin' Phils. Traded in the offseason to the Milwaukee Brewers and made the Brewers team out of spring training and has been a fixture in their lineup early on. Well, part of the trade that brought Oliver Dunn to Milwaukee is what Robert Moore comes here as the stolen base by Simmons moves him up to second base. The throw actually hit Simmons and rolled away, but not far enough for Simmons to advance. But Kendall Simmons will pick up a stolen base, second steal of the night for the Fightins. He's now in scoring position for Robert Moore. Again, traded on November 14th of 2023, along with outfielder Hendry Mendez, who's at Jersey Shore right now for Oliver Dunn. Number 26 prospect in the Phils organization, switch hitter, can play second and play short. Simmons takes his lead off of second. Pitch bounces up there, and it's 2 balls and no strikes now to the 9-hole hitter. Top of the order, and Jose Rodriguez in the on-deck circle. Scouts think that Moore will certainly hit for average. Not much in the power category. He's not a very big guy at 5'9" and 170. Excellent speed and a very good defensive infielder. 2-0 to him. This one lifted straight up and back behind the plate. Teal will take the mask off, but he will run out of room, as that will find its way into the seats, down and to the left of where we sit. Perched behind home plate. Again, game time temperature 72 degrees here in Baseball Town. Reached up into the 80s here in Berks County. 2 balls and 1 strike to Robert Moore. Breaks his bat, 1 hopper knocked down by Benelis, has some trouble with it, needs his pitcher. Did he get it there in time? He did. Just beat Robert Moore, as Benelis couldn't field it cleanly and needed Gonzalez to get over there and cover, and they just got it there in time to get Robert Moore. It does allow Simmons to move up to third base. Goes 3-1 in the scorebook. 2 down now, and Jose Rodriguez to the plate for the second time. Rodriguez started the first inning on a 4-pitch walk and stole second, moved up to third on a error on the catcher as the ball rolled into center field, and then came across on a wild pitch. And the first pitch misses to a ball, so Rodriguez still has not yet seen a ball. White Sox designated him for assignment on April 4th, and the Phillies quickly swept in and picked him up. 1-0 pitch to him. Outside again, it's 2-0. Last year in Birmingham at 264 with 18 home runs and 54 RBIs. Then was called up to AAA Charlotte, and in 19 games there hit 253 with 3 more home runs. 2-0. That misses again. It's 3 balls and no strikes, so Rodriguez still has not yet seen a strike from Winkelman Gonzalez. Kendall Simmons takes his lead off of third. Gonzalez with that runner at third, pitching from the stretch, and he misses again. So Rodriguez walks a second time. A little frustrated that he hasn't seen a pitch, but Phils will take the base runners. The 4th walk surrendered by Winkelman Gonzalez in this ballgame. And now runners at the corners with 2 outs and Marcus Lee Sang. Sang hit it hard his last time up, but an over-the-shoulder catch by Philip Sykes in right field took an extra base hit away from him. He'll try to do some damage here. Tying runs now at the on the bases for the Fightins, with 2 outs here in the bottom of the second inning. 4-2 Sea Dogs. Big swing, no contact from Marcus Lee Sang. Lee Sang did have one RBI in the series over the weekend. Looking for another here. Behind, no balls and a strike. Just misses inside. Kyle Teal, the catcher, thought it was there for a strike, or at least trying to steal the call. Home plate umpire Joe Belangia says, nope, 1-1. It's way inside. It's 2-1. Good size lead for Rodriguez at first base. Wouldn't think he's going anywhere. Don't want to run yourself out of an inning here just in case, although the Phillies have picked up a couple of stolen bases already in this game. Kendall Simmons takes his lead off of third. Rodriguez off of first. 2-1 to Marcus Lee Sang. Fists this one foul and out of play. It's 2-2. Fightins and Sea Dogs at it again tomorrow night at 6:45. Same for Thursday and Friday night. Saturday days at 5:15. Sunday afternoon at 3:15 here at FirstEnergy Stadium. 2-2 pitch. Way outside. Count is full. So now Rodriguez will get a running start at first base with the count full. So if Marcus Lee Sang can find a gap, Phil's could stand a chance to tie it here. He fists it to the right side. It's through for a base hit. Kendall Simmons will score, and Rodriguez will round second and head to third base. So Marcus Lee Sang with an RBI single. It's now a 4-3 game. So they get Rodriguez started on that 3-2 count, so he's able to move up to first base to third base. He went off the glove of Ferguson, and all he really did was able to slow it down, and no chance for Philip Sykes. Nothing more than to get it back into the infield. RBI single for Marcus Lee Sang. It's again runners at the corners and 2 outs for Gabriel Rincones, who walked and scored in the first. 4-3, tying run down 90 feet away. Throw back for Marcus Lee Sang. He dives back in safely. Lee Sang had 20 stolen bases last year at Jersey Shore. Only had 2 stolen bases after his call up to Reading. Pitch inside for a ball. Gabriel Rincones combined 120 games last year between Clearwater and Jersey Shore at 15 home runs and 60 RBIs. His 2 home runs already in his Reading Phil's debut. This one ripped down the first base line and just foul. Hit it hard, may have broken his bat, I think he did. Phil's sporting a brand new home uniform. Throwback to the Mike Schmidt era with the red stripe, red piping down the shoulders and the pant legs. It'll be a Los Luchadores uniform again on Friday nights here at FirstEnergy Stadium. Similar look, but a little bit of a change to that look. And, of course, they will be the Reading Hot Dogs on Sunday afternoons. 1 ball and 1 strike to Gabriel Rincones. Takes that one just a bit high. It's 2-1. Good speed on the bases. Rodriguez at third. Marcus Lee Sang at first. Phil's down a run here in the bottom of the second. Started and stopped, and it's 3-1. Again, the manager, Al Padrique, coaching at third base. Carl Ellison with words with Marcus Lee Sang as he takes his lead off of first base. Carlos De La Cruz in the on-deck circle if Rincones gets on board. 3 balls and a strike, 2 outs. Way inside, ball 4. So nice job by Rincones. He works another walk. The 5th walk of this game for Gonzalez, and now the bases are loaded for Carlos De La Cruz. And with that, Portland's bullpen begins to get stirring. So the big man steps to the plate with the bases juiced and 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. Carlos had 2 RBIs in the trip on the weekend to Maryland. And the first pitch to him is over for a called strike one. Carlos worked a walk his first time up. 67 RBIs a season ago here in Reading. Infield plays in pretty well straight away, not holding the base runners on, so they'll all be able to get a good-sized jump, and the outfield plays De La Cruz deep. This one just misses. It's 1-1. Especially deep is Roman Anthony in center field. Again, playing De La Cruz just maybe half a step to the right field side of second base from his center field position, but deep in center. Way outside, it's 2-1. And interesting that Nick York, the left fielder, playing De La Cruz much more towards left center field. De La Cruz hits one down the third base line. He's going to clear the bases. It'll be a long run for Nick York. 2 balls and a strike now to De La Cruz. Big swing, no contact. It's 2-2. That's part of the scenario for Carlos De La Cruz. Al Padrique, talking about that with me earlier this season, said that that's one of the things that the Phillies and Al Padrique want to see is the cut down on the strikeouts. Struck out 31% of his at-bats a season ago. He's in a 2 balls and 2 strike count here. Takes it low, ball 3, it's 3-2. Carlos does have a very good eye, and obviously a very big target at 6'8" for pitchers to shoot for. But he does have a good eye, and he can be a very patient hitter. And so no place to put him. 3 balls and 2 strikes. The runners will get a jump here. Lifted into right field. Sykes will take a couple steps back. Now he'll come in, fighting the wind, and makes the catch for the third and final out. That will do it for the Phils here in the second. But Reading does do a little bit more damage. They put a run across. They do it on a couple of hits, and they leave them loaded. After 2 complete in Baseball Town, the score, Portland 4, Reading 3.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 75 years of senior living.
Are you looking for a reliable food distributor to meet all your culinary needs? Look no further than our trusted team at Feaser's Food Distributors. For over 120 years, our products have been sourced from the best farms and suppliers, ensuring that you get the best ingredients for your restaurant or organization. From fresh produce to premium meats, Feaser's supplies everything but the appetite. Visit Feasers.com today to experience the difference in working with a top-tier, family-owned food distributor. Feaser's, your partner for success in the kitchen. Looking for a fast and hassle-free way to get your snacks and non-perishable groceries? Look no further than FeasersDirect.com. With just a few clicks, discover the convenience of having your culinary essentials ready for a pickup at our headquarters in Harrisburg.
We head to the top half of the third inning. 4-3 is our score. Portland on top of the Reading Fightin' Phils. My name is Bob McCool. Welcome to opening night here at FirstEnergy Stadium as we head to the top half of the third inning. And thank our good friends at Pepsi for presenting the 2024 season here in Baseball Town. Go Fightin' Phils and drink more Pepsi. Noah Skiro working his third inning will face Nick York, Philip Sykes, and Edison Paulino due up for Portland here in the third. Nick York, RBI single his first time up. It's part of had the run that the Sea Dogs put across in the first, put 3 more across in the second. 1-1 pitch to York is outside, ball 2. Opening night sponsors as for tonight and the bobblehead giveaway. Our good friends at Pennsylvania Cyber Charter. Thank them for their longtime sponsorship here in Baseball Town. As Skiro gets this one over for a called strike. If you're looking for a new school experience for your child, check out the Pennsylvania Cyber Charter School, simply known as PA Cyber, Public Cyber Charter School for grades K through 12. Enrollment is open for the current school year. Great play, diving to his left by Robert Moore, ranging to his left, and spins and fires across the diamond. Plenty of time to get Nick York. Mentioned when talking about Robert Moore how much the scouts love his ability in the field, and he exhibits that on that play, ranging to his left and then spinning and firing a strike to get Nick York, who is retired here in the third. So 1 up and 1 down for the Sea Dogs in the third. And first pitch swinging is Philip Sykes, and Moore long roll from deep in the hole, but not quite in time. Kendall Simmons, the third baseman, couldn't quite get there, so Moore fielded it really deep in the hole and still got a lot on the throw, but Sykes able to beat it out, so he's on board with his first hit of the night, 6th hit of the night for the Sea Dogs. He's a 1-out base runner. And it brings Anderson Paulino to the plate. Flew out to left field his first time up. Pickoff attempt. Sykes dives back in without a problem. Skiro's pitch is up high. 60th pitch thrown by Noah Skiro. And that's over for a called strike. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. He is a quick worker. And some activity now in the Fightin's bullpen as well. Connor Ash up in the Fightin's bullpen. This one's way inside as Paulino has to jump out of the way of it. The count's 2 balls and a strike. This one back through the middle, falling fast, and falls in front of Marcus Lee Sang, who kicks it. That's going to allow Sykes to move up to third base, and Paulino will dive into second base with another Sea Dog hit, their 7th. As the ball dropping quickly in front of Marcus Lee Sang, and it came up and hit him in the shin and rolled into left field. So it's going to go down as a double for Anderson Paulino, and it's also going to be the end of the night for Noah Skiro. Pitching change for the Fightins, and Alverna University Golden Wolves call to the bullpen. We'll have that pitching change for you when we come back after this.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 75 years of senior living.
Are you looking for a reliable food distributor to meet all your culinary needs? Look no further than our trusted team at Feaser's Food Distributors. For over 120 years, our products have been sourced from the best farms and suppliers, ensuring that you get the best ingredients for your restaurant or organization. From fresh produce to premium meats, Feaser's supplies everything but the appetite. Visit Feasers.com today to experience the difference in working with a top-tier, family-owned food distributor. Feaser's, your partner for success in the kitchen. Looking for a fast and hassle-free way to get your snacks and non-perishable groceries? Look no further than FeasersDirect.com. With just a few clicks, discover the convenience of having your culinary essentials ready for a pickup at our headquarters in Harrisburg.
So the pitching change for the Fightin' Phils will bring right-hander Connor Ash in, and he inherits quite a jam as runners are at second and third with one out, and Alex Benelis, the batter. Benelis walked and scored a run in the second inning. So the scoring now on that last play on the base hit by Paulino was a hit and an error as the ball was kicked away by Marcus Lee Sang. So that allows both runners to move up to second and third. Big swing, no contact on the pitch from Ash, who has himself now a 1-1 strike count to Alex Benelis. Ash, 25-year-old right-hander. Came out of the University of Missouri, an undrafted free agent in 2021. No balls and 2 strikes to him. Check the swing. Ball rolls away. Ricketts goes to pick it up and can't field it cleanly. And a gutsy move by Sykes, who comes across to score. And then they throw down to first base. Did they say that he swung? And if so, it's a strikeout. It appears that's the case. So Benelis did go around. It's a strikeout. So a little bit of confusion on the play. But it was a strikeout. So that is 2 outs. But it does allow a run to come across. If Ricketts could have picked that up cleanly, he would have a shot to make the dive and make the tag on Sykes at home. But he did not field it cleanly, so Sykes comes across with another run, makes it 5-3. But Ash does get the strikeout for the second out in the inning. And with that, Paulino moves up to third base as well as Max Ferguson now bats. Ferguson flew out to center field his first time up, and the first pitch from Connor Ash is over for a called strike. Ash pitched over 3 levels last year, Clearwater, Jersey Shore, and 1 game here in Reddick. This one in the dirt. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. 5'11", 190-pound, 25-year-old right-hander. Majority of his appearances last year were at Jersey Shore. 16 games for the Blue Claws, 1 of them a start. Was 4-0 with a 2.35 earned run average in Jersey Shore last year. 2-0 to Ferguson. And misses again. It's 3-0. So a runner at third, 2 outs, and another run across for the Sea Dogs here in the third. 5-3 Portland on top. 3 balls and no strikes to the 9-hole hitter. Lifted foul and out of play. So not something that the purist in the game of baseball would like to see. 3 balls and no strikes to the 9-hole hitter, and swings and fouls it out of play. Defense, infield playing pretty much straight away for Ferguson. Outfield cheating him the other way from the left-hand hitter. And takes that one up high, and it's ball 4. So now runners at the corners for the Sea Dogs. Third walk of the night, surrendered by Fightin's pitching. Skiro goes 2 1/3 innings, surrendered 7 hits, 2 walks and a strikeout. His line is not yet complete, with Paulino still at third base as Roman Anthony steps to the plate. First pitch to him is low for a ball. Anthony, an RBI double his last time up, 1 for 2 on the night, struck out in the first inning. Henderson Paulino, the runner at third. Max Ferguson, the runner at first. He takes off on the pitch. They will let him move up as Ricketts holds on to the ball for the called strike. So a stolen base for Ferguson. So now 2 runners in scoring position. And 1 ball and 1 strike to Roman Anthony. There for a called strike 2. Driven into right field. Rincones will take a few steps to his left. It'll make the catch, and that'll be out number 3. So the Sea Dogs retired here in the third, but not before they put another run across. They do it on a couple hits and an error, and they leave 2. We head to the bottom of the third. It's 5-3, Portland on top.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 75 years of senior living.
Breaking out the stigma in order to raise community awareness.
Are you looking for a reliable food distributor to meet all your culinary needs? Look no further than our trusted team at Feasers Food Distributors. For over 120 years, our products have been sourced from the best farms and suppliers, ensuring that you get the best ingredients for your restaurant or organization. From fresh produce to premium meats, Feasers supplies everything but the appetite. Visit Feasers.com today to experience the difference in working with a top-tier family-owned food distributor. Feasers, your partner for success in the kitchen. Looking for a fast and hassle-free way to get your snacks and non-perishable groceries? Look no further than Feasers.
Welcome back to FirstEnergy Stadium as the Reading Fightin' Phils come to play here in the bottom half of the third inning. They now trail by a score of 5-3. And a new pitcher on the mound for the Sea Dogs. It's like it is Robert Kwiatkowski who comes on now to pitch for Portland. 6'1", 190-pound right-hander. Comes on to pitch and face Caleb Ricketts leading off for the Fightins here in the third. Now trailing by a score of 5-3. Ricketts with a sacrifice fly and an RBI, his first time up. First pitch to him from Kwiatkowski is outside for a ball. And this one is over on the inside corner for a called strike one. This inning is brought to you by Swartz Culleton PC. You can expect reliable and experienced attorneys who are committed to getting you justice after serious personal injury. Call Swartz Culleton today at 1-800-JUSTICE. 1-1 pitch to Ricketts over for a called strike two. Caleb drove one to center field. The Roman Anthony made the catch and bounced off the fence and ultimately allowed the runner Gabriel Rincones to score from second base. This one is inside. It's 2 balls and a strike to Ricketts. Two balls and 2 strikes to count to Ricketts. This one's inside. It's 3-2. So Ricketts looking to become the third straight leadoff base runner for the Phils here. To be followed by Carson Taylor and Kendall Simmons. Due up for Reading here in the third. 3-2 pitch in the right field. Knocked down on the right side by Benellis. Race to the bag is in time. Nice play by Alex Benellis, taking a base hit away from Caleb Ricketts. Diving far to his right, looked like a base hit off the bag, but taken away from Ricketts for out number 1 here in the third. Needed some help from Kwiatkowski covering at the bag for the out. Carson Taylor bats now for Reading, and he takes one for a ball. Taylor ground out to second base, his only at bat in the ball game. This one lifted into left center field. Nick York going back, still going back, looks up and says goodbye. Carson Taylor finds the left center field fence for the home run, and the Fightins are within 1 at 5-4. Second home run of the season for Carson Taylor. And the Fightins now are trailing 5-4. I'll bring up Kendall Simmons. He singled to start the second inning, came around to score. Takes this one for a called strike. Wind blown out just a little bit to left center field, and that certainly didn't help or didn't hurt the play for Carson Taylor. Always carries well to the gaps here, especially in left center field, and gets up there, gets a little bit of that jet stream, and Carson Taylor pulls the Phils within one. And it's 1-1 now to Kendall Simmons. Big swing, no contact, and it's 1-2. Mentioned that tonight's opening night sponsor for our Bryson Stott bobblehead was the Pennsylvania Cyber Charter School. Feel at home in your school. More than 11,000 students call Pennsylvania Cyber home. Visit pacyber.org to learn more or step up to their offices in Allentown and Philadelphia, Harrisburg. Kendall Simmons back through the middle for a base hit. So the Phils showing some lumber here in the third. And now with a runner at first base and 2 outs as Kendall Simmons picks up his second hit of the night, 4th of the night for the Fightins. And that will bring Baron Radcliffe to the plate. Radcliffe, the only Fightin who has struck out so far in this night. And takes this one for a ball. So the finish line for Wickelman Gonzalez, 2 innings, 2 hits, 3 runs, 5 walks, and a strikeout. Radcliffe was that strikeout victim. 1-0 now to Barron. And that one's on the inside corner for a called strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. And here's a throw down. Simmons dives back in. It's 2-1 now to Radcliffe. Also finishes, obviously, the line on Noah Skiro for the night. 2 1/3 innings, 7 hits, 5 runs, 4 of them earned, 2 walks and a strikeout. This one lifted foul and out of play. Off the bat of the left-hand hitting Baron Radcliffe. One ball and 2 strikes as Simmons takes his lead off of first. That one's low. It's 2-2. Robert Moore, the 9-hole hitter in the on-deck circle for the Fightins. 5-4 Portland on top. Phil's batting in the bottom half of the 3rd inning. This one again fouled down the 3rd base line and out of play as Radcliffe stays alive. Mentioned in his first at bat, Barron had an abbreviated season last year with a shoulder injury. Missed some significant time rehabbing that shoulder injury. Did that diving back into first base as he takes this one way inside. Now he's worked the count full. So in total last year here in Reading, he played in 65 games, did have 11 home runs and 21 RBIs. Outstanding athlete, 3-star quarterback coming out of Norcross High School in Georgia. 3-2, runner takes off, bounce to first. Benellis going to have only 1 play, and that's the first. Big hop for Benellis, and right to him, and right to the bag for the second out. So Simmons, who was off on the pitch, moves up to second base on the fielder's choice. And now 2 outs here in the 3rd inning. Brings Robert Moore to the plate. Moore also grounded out to Benellis at first base, his first time up. Tying run now in scoring position with 2 outs in the bottom of the 3rd for the 9-hole hitter and Moore. First pitch to him is low. Teal does again a good job to keep the ball from getting away from him. Top of the order and Jose Rodriguez in the on-deck circle. Way up and inside. It's 2-0. Shortstop Marcelo Meyer playing more pretty close to the second base bag and also trying to double up on responsibilities of trying to keep Simmons as close to the bag as he can. Right fielder Philip Sykes plays more pretty deep in right field. This one fisted into the hole and in for a base hit. Padrique waving Simmons around. The throw is going to be cut off. They'll have a play at second. And Robert Moore is tagged out, but he gets the run across. That run will score and will tie the ball game up. So it goes an RBI single for Robert Moore. And Kendall Simmons comes across with the run that ties the ball game up. After 3 in Baseball Town, it's Portland 5, Reading 5.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor celebrates 75 years of community living. That's right, it goes to your area hospital. You might just be helping a family member, a friend, or a neighbor. Call Miller Keystone Blood Center, the only community blood center servicing your local hospital. 1-800-VA-DONOR or go to giveapint.org. We're located at 1047 Old Burnville Road, just behind classic Harley-Davidson.
Visit Feasers.com today to experience the difference in working with a top-tier, family-owned food distributor. Feasers, your partner for success in the kitchen. Looking for a fast and hassle-free way to get your snacks and non-perishable groceries? Look no further than FeasersDirect.com. With just a few clicks, discover the...
We head to the top half of the 4th inning, and we're now tied at 5-5 as the Phils come across with 2 runs in that bottom half of the 3rd inning. They did it on 3 hits. Of course, it started with the Carson Taylor home run, and then the RBI single by Robert Moore that tied the game up. Moore cut down at second base, trying to move up on the throw home. But the Phils will trade that for the tying run, 5-5 as we start the 4th. And Marcelo Meyer will lead off for the Sea Dogs, facing Connor Ash, who came on in relief of Noah Skiro back in that 3rd inning. And the first pitch to Meyer is over for a called strike. Second just misses outside. It's 1-1. Meyer 2 for 2 on the night has scored a couple of runs. 5 runs on 7 hits and an error for the Sea Dogs. 5 runs on 5 hits and an error for the Phils. 1 ball, 1 strike to Marcelo Meyer. Takes that one just a bit low and away. It's 2-1. Connor Ash thought he caught the corner. This one fouled straight back. Count even now at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Top half of the 4th inning. A home opener here in Baseball Town. First of 69 games here at FirstEnergy Stadium in 2024. 58 season. The Reading Fightin Phils have been the AA affiliate of the Philadelphia Phillies. Fouled again by Meyer. And maybe none other quite like this opening night with the ongoing addition out in right center field, the Redner's Event Center. It's now being used on an everyday basis by the Phillies players as their clubhouse. 1-2 pitch, way inside. It's 2-2. Excuse me, 2-2 now, 3-2 to Marcelo Meyer. Brand new scoreboard here as well. All of that as a result of the construction project that forced the old scoreboard to have to be moved. And if you're going to move it, you might as well replace it. And they did that. And that's over for a called strike 3. So Connor Ash gets Marcelo Meyer looking to start the 4th. Second strikeout for Ash since coming on in the 3rd inning. And I'll bring up Kyle Teal, who's been on base both times so far in this game. Walked in the first and a 2-run single in the second. First pitch to the young left-handed catcher is up high for a ball. Connor Ash appeared in just one game here in Reading last year. Pitched just a third of an inning. And that's over for a called strike, making his 2024 Fightin' Phil's debut. 1 ball and 1 strike now to Teal. That's way up high. It's 2-1. This one fouled straight back. Count now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Hits off the top of the newly expanded fences, the backstop here. New higher backstops to help protect the fans from the foul balls coming back. Two balls and 2 strikes. This one down the first base side. Carson Taylor and a backhand stop on the in-between hop. Going to make the play all by himself for out number 2. So Connor Ash has picked up 2 quick outs here in this this 4th inning, looking for the first 0 on the scoreboard. Connor Ash throws a fastball, splitter, and a curveball. And now faces Blaze Jordan. First pitch to him is lifted into the left side of the infield. Robert Moore, the shortstop, will drift out into the outfield, and it turns into a 1-2-3 inning for Connor Ash here in the 4th. We've got our first 0 on the scoreboard. As we head to the bottom half of the 4th inning, it's Portland 5, Phillies 5.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 75 years of senior living.
Watch me now.
Are you looking
Listen up, baseball fans. The Valley Live app is your home for everything MILB. Download the app today and watch every single MILB game absolutely free. Chat and interact with other fans. Play daily games and win prizes. Plus, you'll get access to the MILB zone, where you can follow your favorite MILB players and teams all season long. So step up to the plate and download the Valley Live app today.
Looking for a fast and hassle-free way to get your snacks and non-perishable groceries? Look no further than FeesersDirect.com.
We head to the bottom half of the 4th inning, and the Reading Fightin' Phils come to the plate in a 5-5 tie. And the top of the order is due up for Reading here in the 4th. Jose Rodriguez, Marcus Lee Sang, and Gabriel Rincones are those 3 hitters. Take a look around the Phillies organization as we head to the bottom of the 4th, thanks to our good folks at EPAW Weather Consulting, your source for public and private forecasts in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Delaware, and northern and eastern Maryland. Thanks to them for dialing up a good one tonight, as Jose Rodriguez, who's walked his only 2 plate appearances in this game, takes a healthy cut on his first pitch, and it's his first swing of the night. He walked on 8 straight pitches so far in this one. Philadelphia Phillies in St. Louis tonight, and that one getting underway at 7:45. Phils with the win last night. Alec Bohm and Bryson Stott combining with RBIs in the top half of the 10th inning for the Phils' 5-3 win. Lehigh Valley is at home tonight. Iron Pigs off to a 3-3 start. Kobe Allred, Kobe Allard, who was acquired by the Phils from the Atlanta Braves in the offseason, getting the start for the Iron Pigs tonight. That's a 6:45 start in Allentown. The Jersey Shore Blue Claws are off to a 2-1 start. They're at Hickory tonight, and that was a 6 o'clock start. And the Clearwater Threshers are also having their home debut tonight in Clearwater, Florida. And they are hosting Fort Myers. Clearwater at 2-1 on the season as Jose Rodriguez takes one up high for a ball. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Rodriguez. Again, was just signed by the Phils a couple of days ago after he was designated for assignment by the Chicago White Sox last week. And this one's in the dirt. It's 2-2. The knock on Rodriguez was the closer he started to get to the major leagues after getting called up to AAA last year. Started to get maybe a little too pull happy and a little too power happy as well, and the batting average began to suffer. 2 balls and 2 strikes to him here. Swings and chases that one for a called strike, for a swing and a miss and a strike 3. So Rodriguez a strikeout victim. First strikeout for Kwiatkowski since coming into the ballgame. And that's 1 out here in the 4th. They'll bring up Marcus Lee Sang. Sang 1 for 2 on the night, an RBI single his last time up. Shows bunt, drops it down the third base line, but it just trickles foul. Great idea there by Marcus Lee Sang, but it just trickled foul. Kyle Teal, once it rolled into foul territory, pounced on it. So Marcus Lee Sang, who was busting out of the box and now has to come back and retry things. Behind the count, no balls and 1 strike. No score in St. Louis as the Cardinals are batting in the 3rd inning. Zach Wheeler getting the start for the Philadelphia Phillies tonight. Takes this one, does Marcus Lee Sang in the outside corner. He's now behind, no balls and 2 strikes. Gabriel Rinconis in the on-deck circle for the Phils. 0-2 pitch. Fisted foul straight back. Starts and tries to hold up, but they will appeal to third base umpire Brian Peterson, who says he went around. So that's back-to-back strikeouts for the Phils here in the 4th. 2 down, and Gabriel Rinconis will bat. So just the 3rd strikeout in the game for the Phils, and they're back-to-back batters here in the top of the 4th as Gabriel Rinconis will bat. Rinconis on base twice so far in this game with 2 walks. So he's shown good patience so far in his Reading Fightin' Phils debut. Had a couple of walks in this series in Bowie. So he 2 hits, both of which were home runs in the series against the Bay Sox. And walked 2 times, and now he's walked twice in this one. He's also scored a run. And takes another one outside. It's 2-0. Fouls this one at the plate. Rinconis and Caleb Ricketts, who was on the other side of Carlos De La Cruz in the 5-hole for the Phils tonight, were part of an outstanding Clearwater team at the start of a season a year ago. They eventually both got called up to Jersey Shore. Of course, Ryan Kirkering was also a part of that. He ended up pitching in Philadelphia in the offseason. Big swing and a foul tip and held on to. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Kirkering now being optioned to Lehigh Valley, pitching for the Iron Pigs. Expected to pitch in tonight's game. Phils want to see him pitch tonight, take a night off on Wednesday, then pitch again on Thursday before they may activate him as Rinconis stays alive, fouls this one into the Fightin's dugout down the first base side. So that's the game plan for the rehab of Ryan Kirkering. Pitch tonight, take tomorrow night off, and then pitch again on Thursday. See how he responds to on, off, and then back on again. And if everything goes well, activate him for Saturday night. As Rinconis takes this one just outside, it's 3 balls and 2 strikes now to Gabriel Rinconis. So again, a good at bat for the 23-year-old. Let's work the count full now. Fist this one foul and hooking over the grandstand and into the parking lot. Stays alive at 3 balls and 2 strikes. As a senior at Florida Atlantic University, Rincones hit .346 with 19 home runs, resulting in the Phils drafting him in the 3rd round, the 22 draft, and he takes the ball 4. So Rincones on base for the 3rd time, all by way of walks. And he's a 2-out base runner for Carlos De La Cruz. De La Cruz looking for a little redemption as he steps to the plate. Last time up, base is loaded, and 2 outs, but flew out to left field. Walked his first appearance, so 0 for 1 officially for Carlos tonight. Big swing, no contact in the first pitch to him. Speaking of the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs, as we continue our look at the organization here in the bottom of the 4th, Iron Pigs down 8-7 as they are in the field now against Durham, and this one rolled towards short. Marcelo Meyer upward. He'll make the short throw to second in time for out number 3. So the Fightins come up empty in their half of the 4th as well. We'll head to the top half of the 5th. Still tied, Portland 5, Reading 5.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 75 years of senior living.
Are you looking for a reliable food distributor to meet all your culinary needs?
When the Reading Fightin Phils get hungry, we turn to our team feed partners. Special thanks to Chick-fil-A, Giovanna's Pizzeria, Railroad House, Why Missing Restaurant and Bakery, Jersey Mike's Subs, Mimo's Italian Restaurant and Bakery, Subway, and Clean Eats for making sure the Fightin Phils front office is never hungry on game day. Our staff enjoys delicious meals from our team feed partners. Don't take our word for it, find out for yourself today.
Looking for a fast and hassle-free way to get your snacks and non-perishable groceries? Look no further than FeesersDirect.com. With just a few clicks, discover the
Welcome back to Baseball Town for those of you keeping track at home, and I know you are aplenty. The opening night here, home opener, and the first win of the season in the vegetable race goes to lettuce. So lettuce beats carrot, cauliflower, and broccoli in the opener of the vegetable race. 5-5 is our score on the scoreboard as the Portland Sea Dogs come to the plate here in the top half of the 5th inning. Nick York will lead it off for the Sea Dogs, to be followed by Philip Sykes and Endison Paulino. We head to the top half of the 5th inning. Fightin Phils would like to recognize Body Zone Sports and Wellness as the official workout facility of the R Phils. And the pitch to Nick York, it's an 0-1 pitch that is just a bit high. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. York 1 for 2 on the night. RBI single in the first. Grounded out to short his last time up. On a fine play by shortstop Robert Moore. Connor Ash in his 3rd inning of work for the Fightins. So taking over for Noah Skiro. Misses just outside. It's 2-1. Big swing, no contact from York. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Portland scored in the first. Phils countered with 2 in the bottom half. Portland got 3 runs across in the top half of the second to take a 4-2 lead. Phils cut it to 4-3 after 2. Portland made it a 5-3 game with a run in the top half of the third. And then the Phils come back with 2 in the bottom half of the third to tie it at 5. Carson Taylor with a solo home run for the Phils in that 2-run third inning. 5-5 Portland and Phils. And the home opener here in Baseball Town. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Meyer, just misses. And the count is full. Excuse me, to York, and the count is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. This one rolled softly on the left side. Kendall Simmons, the third baseman, cuts in front. Throw pulls Taylor away, but he makes the tag. Nice play by the first baseman, Carson Taylor, to put the tag on Nick York. York gets up complaining a little bit, but looked like a pretty obvious tag on the part of Carson Taylor for out number 1. So Simmons' throw from third pulled Taylor off the bag, but the first baseman does the nice job, got off the bag and made the tag to get Nick York out at first base. 5-3 in the books for the first out. And the 5th straight out recorded now by Connor Ash as Philip Sykes settles in and takes the first pitch for a called strike. Sykes 1 for 2 on the night. Base hit, came around to score his last time up, also grounded out to third. Started and stopped, and they'll say he held up, so it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Phil Candari, the pitching coach, talking about Connor Ash. Got a chance to work with him a lot last year in Jersey Shore and had good things to say about Connor Ash as he takes that one there for a called strike. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Sykes, who calls timeout. What Phil Candari really liked about Connor Ash was that he would do anything for them out of the bullpen. If they needed him to go a couple innings, he did that. If they needed him to be the short man, he did that. That's what they're looking for him to do tonight, eat up some innings. As he puts this one low in the dirt, it's 2-2. And he even started a couple games last year for Jersey Shore as an opener. But basically what Phil Candari said is anything they asked him to do, Connor Ash was willing to do it. 2 balls and 2 strikes now to Philip Sykes. This one lined right at Robert Moore, had to jump a couple of inches off the ground to make the catch. And the string of outs continues now. It's 6 outs in a row. And it will bring Anderson Paulino to the plate. Paulino 1 for 2 in the night. Flew out to right field and singled in his 2 plate appearances. The first pitch to Connor Ash is inside for a ball. Ash now at 37 pitches. Bullpen still quiet right now for the Fightins. Some people standing around in the Portland bullpen. And now there is someone beginning to throw down there as well. As this one's ripped down the first base line, whistles by first base coach Kyle Sasawa. Chad Epperson, the manager for the Sea Dogs at third base. Looks like Jacob Webb is the pitcher warming up for the Sea Dogs. A lot of other guys just kind of standing around it. This one fisted straight back, and now it's 1 ball and 2 strikes to Anderson Paulino. And with that, the Fightins bullpen begins to stir a little bit as well. This one rolled into right field and through for a base hit, just out of the reach of Carson Taylor. And Anderson Paulino gets his 2nd hit of the night. 8th of the night for the Sea Dogs. 2-out base runner, and that ends that string of 6 straight outs retired by Connor Ash. And it'll bring up Alex Benellis. Benellis 0 for 1 on the night. Walked and scored in the 2nd, struck out in the 3rd. It's Jordy Martinez, the left-hander, who gets up and begins to throw now in the Fightins bullpen. Runner at first, 2 outs, top half of the 5th. Runner takes off. Ricketts, the throw down, is going to pull Robert Moore off the bag, and it'll be a stolen base for Paulino. So now he's in scoring position as the go-ahead run here in the top half of the 5th inning. And 1 ball and no strikes to Alex Benellis. Big swing, no contact, count, 1 ball and 1 strike. Pinellas making his Sea Dog debut here in 2024. Again, the Portland Sea Dogs only able to get one game in their home series this past weekend because of weather issues. And when I say weather, I mean weather. Snow on the field for Friday and Saturday to cancel the game. Finally got a game in on Sunday, and the game time temperature was in the mid-40s. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Alex Pinellas. Runner takes off from second. It's fouled out of play. Paulino started, stopped, and then started again. As Connor Ash really kind of lost track of him at second base, focused more on the hitter. And so Paulino took off on the pitch to the plate, but was fouled out of play by Pinellas. It remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. And fouls it away again. So the pitch count now for Connor Ash hits 46. It would appear that Jacob Webb is loose in the bullpen as this one's lifted into shallow center field. Robert Moore, the shortstop, will drift back and make the catch for the third and final out. Nice job by Connor Ash, if in fact that's the final out for him as the pitcher, as he gets the Sea Dogs here in the 5th. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left. We head to the bottom of the 5th. The score here at FirstEnergy Stadium, it's Portland 5, Reading 5.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 75 years of senior living.
Watch me now.
Are you looking
Listen
for
up, baseball fans. The Valley Live app is your home for everything MILB. Download the app today and watch every single MILB game absolutely free. Chat and interact with other fans. Play daily games and win prizes. Plus, you'll get access to the MILB Zone, where you can follow your favorite MILB players and teams all season long. So step up to the plate and download the Valley Live app today.
Looking for a fast and hassle-free way to get your snacks and non-perishable groceries? Look no further than...
We head to the bottom half of the 5th inning. Fightin Phillies and the Portland Sea Dogs in the home opener here at FirstEnergy Stadium, tied at 5. And speaking of the 5th, this bottom half of the 5th inning is presented by Cornwall Manor, a unique and charming community nestled on a 190-acre wooded campus with many walking trails, including the Lebanon County Rail Trail. It will be Caleb Ricketts, Carson Taylor, and Kendall Simmons due up for the Fightins here in the bottom of the 5th inning. And the first pitch to Ricketts is over for a called strike, and it is Jacob Webb, as I said, was up and loose in the Sea Dog bullpen, who comes in to pitch here in the 5th. This one bounced back through the middle. Marcelo Meyer, the shortstop, hasn't played perfectly, and Ricketts is retired for out number 1 here in the 5th. Meyer is over as far as the shortstop is allowed to be without the shift. It's still pretty much behind the first base bag on the slow roller back through the box. So Jacob Webb retires the first batter he faces. And we'll bring up Carson Taylor, who drove one out of here his last time up. Solo home run that pulled the Phillies within a run at the time at 5-4. And the on-deck circle, Kendall Simmons got on base and came around to score the tying run. 5-5 is our score. 1-0 to Carson Taylor. Tried to stop, but could not. It's 1 ball and 1 strike to Taylor. Taylor, 24 years of age, originally drafted by the Los Angeles Dodgers in the 4th round, signed as a minor league free agent by the Philadelphia Phillies organization in December. Swing and a miss here. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Last year playing for Tulsa in AA in the Dodgers organization, 77 games, hit .221 with 10 home runs and 26 RBIs. He'll play where he's playing tonight as a first baseman. Also see some designated hitter time in Al Padrique's lineup. He's a very good defensive first baseman at Virginia Tech as he takes this one inside for a ball. His career fielding percentage with the Hokies, how about .998 for a career fielding percentage during his college days at Virginia Tech. 2 balls and 2 strikes. This one lifted straight up towards the third base side. Teal, the catcher, will give chase, but he won't get there. Anderson Paulino, the third baseman, had a much shorter run than did Teal, but he went after that very, very tentatively. I don't know if he assumed that that ball was going out of play. I mean, he's playing off the line because it is a left-handed hitter in Taylor, but he still kind of seemed to go after that a bit tentatively, and Taylor gets a new life at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Lined into center field, Roman Anthony going back, but he'll get there and make the catch for out number 2. Taylor hit it hard, but Roman Anthony tracks it down to his left for the second out of the inning. And now we'll bring up Kendall Simmons, who's had a good night for the Fightins tonight. After going 0 for 6 on the road trip to Bowie, Kendall Simmons 2 for 2 tonight, and he scored 2 runs. He's also stolen a base. Jordy Martinez continues to throw in the Fightins bullpen. I would assume that he will take over in the 6th. Fouled straight back. And boy, those new nets were vital there because that thing was whistling right over the top of the Phil's dugout. Added safety measures here at the ballpark. It's no balls and 2 strikes now to Kendall Simmons in St. Louis. Cardinals now batting in the bottom of the 4th, still scoreless, Phils and Cardinals. This one just misses it low. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes to Simmons. 7-hole hitter tonight. Baron Radcliffe on deck if Simmons can reach. Swinging and a miss, and that will do it as the Phils go 1-2-3 here in the 5th. After 5 in Baseball Town, the score remains Portland 5, Reading 5.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 75 years of senior living.
Are you looking for a reliable food distributor to meet all your culinary needs?
When the Reading Fightin' Phils get hungry, we turn to our team feed partners. Special thanks to Chick-fil-A, Giovanna's Pizzeria, Railroad House, Why Missing Restaurant and Bakery, Jersey Mike's Subs, Mimo's Italian Restaurant and Bakery, Subway, and Clean Eats for making sure the Fightin' Phils front office is never hungry on game day. Our staff enjoys delicious meals from our team feed partners. Don't take our word for it, find out for yourself today.
Looking for a fast and hassle-free way to get your snacks and non-perishable groceries? Look no further than FeesersDirect.com. With just a few.
The Alberta University Golden Wolves called the bullpen will bring in left-hander Jordy Martinez for the Fightin' Phils. Martinez, who began last year in Jersey Shore, got the call up here to Reading and will come on here in the top half of the 6th inning. After an excellent work by Connor Ash, quieted down the Sea Dog bats. And first pitch from Max Ferguson is bunted down the right side and will be a base hit. Nice job by Ferguson. Bunted it down the first baseline, and by the time Taylor, the first baseman, and Martinez got close enough to it, really no play at first base for anybody, and Max Ferguson ends up leading off with a base hit, a bunt base hit at that. The 9-hole hitter is on in the top of the order, and Roman Anthony to the plate. Pickoff attempt, Ferguson back without a problem. Ferguson stole the bases last time up after walking back into third inning. 9th hit of the night for the Sea Dogs is a leadoff base runner here in the 6th. The pitch to Anthony is up high for a ball. Anthony 1 for 3 in the night, RBI double, and scored a run back into second. Jordy Martinez, 23-year-old left-hander out of Santiago in the Dominican Republic. Taking a look at Ferguson, keeping him close, and the left-hander delivers. This one lined into left center field. Marcus Lee Sang goes back on it, can't make it. It's going to roll all the way back to the fence. Ferguson is going to get the stop sign at third base as they get it back in. But Roman Anthony with a double that Marcus Lee Sang kind of broke in on initially, and then tried to get back and try to leap and make the catch, and it hit off the tip of his glove and rolled all the way to the fence. That's going to go as another double for Roman Anthony, his second of the game. And now 2 runners on here to start in the 6th for the Sea Dogs, and nobody out, and Marcelo Meyer the batter. Meyer 2 for 3 in the night, singled and scored in both the first and the second, struck out in the 4th. So time called, and they'll reset the pitch clock as Meyer steps in, lefty on lefty. First pitch swinging and fouls it out of play. Established in 1928, the Manor Golf Club is one of the oldest public courses in eastern Pennsylvania, located conveniently between Philadelphia, Lancaster, and Allentown in Sinking Spring. Manor Golf Club offers a true test of golf on a traditional championship-style golf course where shot making takes precedence over length. Visit themanorgolfclub.com for more information as Jordy Martinez comes in low for a ball. Martinez started last year in Jersey Shore, pitched in 39 games, and then a August 19th call up to Reading, pitched in 8 more games here for the Fightins. Big swing, a late swing by Meyer, and he comes up empty. Martinez gets ahead 1 ball and 2 strikes. 39 games against single A competition. Martinez was 1-1 with a 3.97 earned run average and 59 strikeouts. Foul tipped in and out of the glove of Caleb Ricketts as Meyer stays alive. In his time here in Baseball Town, Jordy Martinez, 8 games, was 0-1 with a 3.72 earned run average, 9 2/3 innings, 10 strikeouts, and just 2 walks. He's got himself in a bind here. Max Ferguson with a bunt base hit, Roman Anthony with a double. Second and third, nobody out, a tie ball game. 0-2 pitch, fouled straight back as Meyer stays alive. So Meyer with his 2 for 3 tonight is now 3 for 7 on the season. Number 1 prospect in the Boston Red Sox organization, just 21 years of age. And again, he fouls it and stays alive. Can hit for power. Doesn't have great foot speed. We're curious to see where Meyer ultimately ends up defensively. Does have a good arm. Playing shortstop now. Will he end up as a third baseman or maybe have to move to a corner outfield position? This one lifted into left field. Carlos De La Cruz will drift back, still going back to the warning track. He'll make the catch. Ferguson will tag from third, and he will score easily, and the Sea Dogs are back up on top, 6-5. Sacrifice fly and an RBI for Marcelo Meyer. His first RBI of the season puts Portland back up on top, 6-5. Anthony stays put at second base with 1 out now in the inning. And Kyle Teal at the plate. Teal's been on base twice, walk and a single, and also grounded out to Carson Taylor at first base. So another lefty-on-lefty matchup here. And the first pitch from Jordy Martinez outside for a ball. So the Portland lineup tonight had the first three batters batting left-handed, 4, 5, and 6 bat right-handed, 7, 8, 9 bat left-handed. 1-0 pitch. Down the first base line, and it's a fair ball. Will roll towards the Fightin's bullpen. It's going to allow Roman Anthony to score easily, and Kyle Teal will roll into second base with a stand-up RBI double. It's 7-5. So his third RBI of the night for Kyle Teal. And now he's in scoring position with still only one out. And Blaze Jordan now will bat. 11 hits on the night now for the Sea Dogs. Jordan 0 for 3, however. First pitch from Martinez is over for a called strike. Martinez fastball at around 93 to 96 miles an hour. Also a changeup, and he uses that against the right-handed hitters as he faces a right-handed hitter for the first time now since coming in. And he quickly gets ahead of Blaze Jordan. No balls and 2 strikes. Broken bat, little roller. Martinez will make the play to first base in time. Kyle Teal moves up to third base. That's 2 outs in the inning. As Jordan's bat gets shattered in his hands for the second out. So with 2 outs, Kyle Teal at third base, and Nick York is now the batter. Big swing, no contact from Nick York, who's 1 for 3. He had an RBI single in the first. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup to the right-handed hitter, and really fooled Nick York on it. Way out in front of it, and he's quickly ahead of York. No balls and 2 strikes. Just misses outside. The count now 1-2. This one lined into right field. Going back on it is Rincones. He will not be able to get it as it one hops off the fence. And now Nick York will roll into second base with another double. 4th hit of the inning for the Sea Dogs, and it's now an 8-5 game as Kyle Teal comes across with the 3rd run of the inning. 2nd RBI of the game for Nick York. And Martinez still not out of the jam, and he's going to get a visit from pitching coach Phil Kandari. So a single and now 3 doubles for the Sea Dogs here in this 6th inning. And what was a 5-5 tie now becomes an 8-5 Portland advantage. And no action yet in the Fightin's bullpen. So this has been Jordy Martinez's mess, and it's going to be up to him to try to get out of this. With Philip Sykes now the hitter. Final line for Connor Ash, 2 2/3 innings pitched, gave up just 1 hit, no runs, a walk, and 2 strikeouts. So a fine job by him coming in relief of Noah Skira, who started for the Fightins. And the first pitch to Philip Sykes is low for a ball. So Nick York, the runner now at second base, and 2 outs. 3 runs across. Big swing, no contact from Philip Sykes. It's 1-1. Takes that one at the knees for a called strike 2. As Martinez comes with that changeup. This one lifted into left field. De La Cruz going back, still going back, and he'll have enough room to make the catch, and that will finally do it for the Sea Dogs in the 6th, but not before they put 3 runs across. They did it on 4 hits. no errors, and 1 man left. We head to the bottom of the 6th. The Fightins have some work to do. They're now down to the Sea Dogs by a score of 8-5.
When you drive a vehicle so reliable it's backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty, you stop thinking about what you can't do and start doing what you never thought possible. Visit your local Kia dealer today to see what you're capable of in a vehicle that inspires confidence around every corner. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-334-KIA for details. Always drive safely. Limited inventory available. Warranties include 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain and 5-year, 60,000-mile basic. Warranties are limited. See retailer for details.
Cornwall Manor, celebrating 75 years.
Briganti Wines offers a great selection of wines in New Jersey and eastern Pennsylvania. Headquartered in South Jersey and sourced from Italy's Abruzzo region, Briganti Wines is ran by former Fightin Phillies great and big leaguer Mike Costanzo. They are committed to quality, authenticity, and sustainability, attracting a loyal following of customers. Get Briganti Wines at select local Acme stores. Visit BrigantiWines.com to learn more.
Visit Feasers.com today to experience the difference in working with a top-tier, family-owned food distributor. Feasers, your partner for success in the kitchen. Looking for a fast and happy...
We head to the bottom half of the 6th inning, and after a 3-spot by Portland in the top half, it's now an 8-5 Sea Dog lead. Baron Radcliffe will lead it off for the Fightins here in the 6th. Radcliffe to be followed by Robert Moore in the top of the order in Jose Rodriguez. Radcliffe on the night 0 for 2. Jacob Webb still out there for the Sea Dogs. First pitch to Radcliffe is a swing and a miss. So Jacob Webb now in his 2nd inning of work. This one lifted out of play to Radcliffe, who's quickly behind, no balls and 2 strikes. Activity in the Fightins bullpen as the 0-2 pitch to Radcliffe is a swing and a miss as he chases a fastball out of the zone. And Baron Radcliffe is a strikeout victim. Carlos Francisco warming up in the Fightins bullpen. 1 out now in the 6th inning. And it brings up Robert Moore. Moore with a base hit and RBI his last time up. 1 for 2 on the night. Getting his first hit at Double-A. In a Reading Fightin Phillies uniform, that is. Again, traded to the Phillies organization by the Milwaukee Brewers in the offseason. A trade that sent Reading Fightin's MVP of 2023, Oliver Dunn, to Milwaukee. Moore played at Single-A Milwaukee last year, or Wisconsin, excuse me. This one pops straight up. Teal, the catcher, gets the mask off, but it'll find the seats. Robert Moore last year in 123 games hit .233 with 8 home runs and 62 RBIs. He also had 33 doubles and 26 stolen bases for Wisconsin in the High A affiliate of the Brewers organization. 2 balls and 1 strike to him. Switch hitter, batting from the left-hand side. Takes that one outside. It's ball 2. This one lined into right field for a base hit. Robert Moore gets his 2nd hit of the game. 9th hit for the Fightins. He's a 1-out base runner here in the 6th. Brings up the top of the order in Jose Rodriguez. Rodriguez, 2 walks and a strikeout in 3 plate appearances so far on the night. Martinez, right-handed hitter. Open stance, takes one up high for a ball. Pickoff attempt. Robert Moore dives back safely. The ball gets away, bounces off the fence of the Savage Auto group deck, and they'll throw it down to second base, and Robert Moore is retired. The ball bounces off the fence of the Savage Auto group dugout suite and right back towards the first baseman, Benellis, who throws down to second base, and Robert Moore is retired. So that's a little bit of not really familiar with the surroundings maybe on the part of Robert Moore. As soon as he saw that ball get away from the first baseman, he got up thinking he could take off, but because it hit that fence right in front of the dugout sweep, it came right back to Benellis, who threw down to second base, and Robert Moore is retired. So that'll go as a caught stealing in the second out of the inning. 2 balls and no strikes now to Jose Rodriguez. He takes this one for a ball. It's 3-0. Checked his swing, but it's over for a called strike. It's 3-1 now to Rodriguez. Driven into left center field, turn and say goodbye. Jose Rodriguez deep to left center field. It's an 8-6 ball game. Jose Rodriguez hit 21 home runs last season, spread over 2 levels of Birmingham and Charlotte in the Chicago White Sox organization. Just picked up by the Phillies last week and makes an impact here in this one. 2 walks and now a solo home run. Makes it an 8-6 game, and it brings up Marcus Lee Sang, who takes one for a called strike. How big is that pickoff attempt now, getting Robert Moore thrown out stealing? He's still on base, and it's a 1-run game. But Marcus Lee Sang now with 2 outs here in the 6th. And a 1 ball, 1 strike count to Marcus Lee Sang. Takes this one up high. It's 2-1. And in the dirt, it's 3-1. So Phil's looking for base runners here. Still a lot of ball game left to play, with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Fisted down the third base line, but slicing foul and into the Sea Dogs bullpen. Cardinals put a run across in St. Louis in the bottom of the 4th and another one in the bottom of the 5th. They lead the Phils 2-0. This one lined right at the second baseman, Max Ferguson, for the 3rd and final out here in the 6th. But the Phils do get a run. They do it on the solo Jose Rodriguez home run. And after 6 complete in baseball town, Portland 8, Reading 6.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Special residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about their community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org.
Visit our website
Cornwall Manor, celebrating 75 years
and
of
follow
senior
Good Loves
living.
Golf Club and Bogey's Pub on Facebook. Good Loves Golf Club, where great memories are made.
Look no further than our trusted team at Feasers Food Distributors.
The Fightin' Phils thank White Star Travel and Tours for presenting the 2024 Fightin' Phils Fan Road Trip. This year's trip runs from July 26th to 29th and features stops to see the Fightin' Phils in New Hampshire, along with the chance to meet a player and coach. The trip also heads to the Baseball Hall of Fame in Cooperstown, a Red Sox-Yankees game at Fenway Park, and finally Citizens Bank Park to see the Phillies take on the New York Yankees.
In just a few clicks, discover the convenience of having your culinary essentials ready for a pickup.
We head to the top half of the 7th inning. Portland Sea Dogs 8, Reading Fightin' Phillies 6. My name is Bob McCool. Welcome to opening night here in Reading as the Fightin' Phillies looking to get their record to 2-2. Trail the Sea Dogs by 2 as we head to the top of the 7th inning. Top half of the 7th inning. Excited to bring our Phillies baseball live from the comfort of your home, from your own home. Join us on the Fightin' Phillies Radio Network on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, or ourphils.com/radio. Anderson Paulino will lead off for the for the Sea Dogs, here in the top half of the 7th inning. First pitch swinging and comes up empty. Carlos Francisco comes in to take over for the Phils here in the 7th inning. Jordy Martinez going 1 inning, giving up the 3 runs. This one way inside. Paulino just gets his foot out of the way of it. Broadcast partner Jake Starr not in the booth with me tonight. He is pinch hitting as the PA announcer here for the Fightin' Phils on opening night. Speedy recovery to our PA announcer, James, who was a bit under the weather. Hoping he's feeling better and can join us again tomorrow night. Jake pinch hitting in a different microphone for opening night. This one lined into right field. Rinconis going back, still going back, and I'll make the catch for out number 1 here in the 7th. That'll bring up Alex Pinellas, who's been on base twice. Walked and scored in the 2nd. Actually been on base that only time. Also struck out and popped up in the infield in his three plate appearances. So officially 0 for 2 on the night with a walk and a run scored. Carlos Francisco's pitch just misses inside for ball 1. Francisco fastball, slider, and splitter. 1-0 pitch. Lifted foul and out of play. Francisco saw some time with the Major League Philadelphia Phillies during spring training. Minor league staff was impressed by how he held his own against big league hitters, as this one fouled straight back by Pinellas to get into a 1-ball and 2-strike count. Just misses inside now, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Misses way outside. Count now full. Francisco, 24 years of age. Native of Puerto Rico, but did play stateside in college at Hillsborough Community College. Phillies drafted him in 2019 from that spot as he misses up high for a ball. So after getting ahead of Alex Pinellas, he ends up giving up a walk. 1 out here in the 7th. It'll bring up Max Ferguson. The 9-hole hitter has been on base twice tonight. Walked back in the 3rd inning. A bunt base hit to start the 3-run rally for the Sea Dogs in the 6th. That's right now the separator between these two. 8-6, Portland on top. The Sea Dogs batting here in the 7th. First pitch, dribbled foul and out of play. Francisco last year spent time at both Jersey Shore and in Reading. Pretty much split of the season. 25 appearances at Jersey Shore, 24 here in Reading after his call-up at the end of June. Ahead of Max Ferguson, no balls and a strike. As Pinellas takes his lead off of first. Swing and no contact from Ferguson. here in Reading. Carlos Francisco, 24 games, was 4-2 with a 5.16 earned run average, 29 and 2/3 innings, 35 strikeouts, 21 walks. Obviously, the numbers were much more impressive at Jersey Shore, thus the reason for the call-up. 30 and 2/3 innings at Jersey Shore, 38 strikeouts, and just 11 walks. Right-hander from the stretch. Just a piece of it from Ferguson to stay alive, and it remains no balls and 2 strikes. Top of the order, and Roman Anthony in the on-deck circle for the Sea Dogs. 8 runs on 12 hits and an error for Portland. 6 runs on 7 hits for the Fightins. With 1 out here in the 7th. This one lifted into right field. Rincones has it sized up without a problem. 2 down. Pinellas has to head back to first base, and the top of the order, and Roman Anthony to the plate now for Portland. 2 for 4 in the night with a couple of doubles, and he's also scored a couple of runs and driven in a run. Number 2 prospect in the Boston Red Sox organization from the left-hand side. Over for a called strike. Fightin's outfield defense plays him way over to the opposite way from the left-hand side. Infield defense plays him more to pull. No balls and a strike. Checked his swing. It counts even at 1-1. Tap towards first. Carson Taylor fights it, but makes the stop and makes the tag on the bag all by his lonesome, and that'll do it for the Sea Dogs here in the 7th. For Portland in the 7th, no runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 man left. It's 7th inning stretch time in Baseball Town, and it's the Portland Sea Dogs 8, the Reading Fightin' Phils 6.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at Memory Support at the Highlands of Wyomissing, where every day is filled with purpose and connection. Our innovative approach featuring the Hearthstone Institute's renowned I'm Still Here program ensures that every resident living with Alzheimer's or dementia experiences a life worth living. With evidence-based techniques and personalized care, we focus on meaningful engagement to reduce common symptoms like agitation and anxiety. Join us in celebrating the person behind the memory loss with activities tailored to their unique interests and abilities. Discover the difference with Aspire Memory Support at the Highlands at Wyomissing. Call us today and embrace a renewed sense of purpose for your loved one.
Look no further than FeasersDirect.com. With just a few clicks, discover the convenience of having your culinary essentials ready for a pickup at our headquarters in Harrisburg.
We head to the bottom half of the 7th inning. 8-6 is our score. The Portland Sea Dogs lead the Reading Fightin' Phils, and Gabriel Rincones will lead it off for the Fightins, and a new pitcher on the mound for the Sea Dogs. Wyatt Olds will take over. Right-handed pitcher. First pitch to Rincones. Outside for a ball. Gabriel 0 for 0 on the night, as in 3 plate appearances and 3 walks. And he's ahead in the count. Nope, 1 ball and no strikes from Wyatt Olds. Starts and stops and takes it for a ball 2. Way inside, ball 3. So 3 balls and no strikes to Wyatt Olds. Carlos De La Cruz in the on-deck circle for the Fightin' Phils. Olds, a 24-year-old right-hander, comes with his 3-0 pitch. Inside, ball 4. How about the night for Gabriel Rincones Jr.? Doesn't show up as much, but 4 plate appearances and 4 walks. Good patience at the plate. And with that, the tying run comes to the plate, and the cleanup hitter, Carlos De La Cruz. Carlos 0 for 2 on the night, walked back in the first inning, flew out to right field, grounded out to short in 3 plate appearances tonight. Rincones takes his lead off of first. He takes off, slow roller left side. Third baseman Paulino will make the play to first to get De La Cruz. But Rincones off on the pitch will move up to second base on the fielder's choice. So De La Cruz is retired for the first out here in the 7th. It'll bring up Caleb Ricketts. Ricketts 0 for 2, sacrifice fly and an RBI in the first. Grounded out to first, grounded out to short in his other plate appearances. Young left-handed catcher. Takes one inside, ball 1. Olds, an Oklahoma product, drafted by the Red Sox in 2021 in the 7th round. 23 games last year for Portland, made 8 starts with an 8.47 earned run average. And that's over it for a called strike. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Control the problem for Olds. In 45 2/3 innings, he struck out 54. He walked 47. An 0-7 with an 8.47 earned run average. Rincones, who walked, is at second. And this one's up and in to Ricketts. It's 2-1. Manager Al Padrique coaching at third. Carl Ellison coaches at first for the Fightins in 2024. 2-1 pitch. Bounces it up there. It's 3-1. So you have to look at those numbers from Wyatt Olds, and you have to be a patient hitter. Obvious control issues. Again, it was a season ago, but until you see something different, especially when he walks the leadoff guy on 4 pitches. 3-1 pitch. Lifted foul and out of play. This inning of baseball brought to you by Swartz Culleton PC. Have you or a loved one been injured? Get justice. Call Swartz Culleton today at 1-800-JUSTICE. Runner at second base, 1 out. Bottom half of the 7th. Phil's down by 2. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Caleb Ricketts. Slapped the other way and into left field for a base hit. Rincones had to hold up to make sure it went through, and it does for a base hit. Ricketts gets his 2nd hit of the season. And the 10th hit of the night for the Phils, who now have the tying runs at the corners with 1 out. And Carson Taylor at the plate. Taylor with a solo home run back in the 3rd inning. His 2nd home run of the year. And the Phils a long fly from taking a lead. Bottom half of the 7th inning. Down 2, 1 out. Rincones the runner at 3rd. Ricketts the runner at 1st. First pitch on the inside corner for a called strike. Don't think Carson Taylor thought so. Left-handed hitter. Going to shake his head a little bit with 1 foot out of the box. This one ripped into right field, turn, and say goodbye! Carson Taylor lands it on the porch on the Redners Event Center, and the Fightin' Phils have taken a 9-8 lead. Carson Taylor with his 2nd home run of the night. And the Phils with a 3 spot here in the bottom of the 7th, regain the lead at 9-8. Kendall Simmons now will bat. He's 2 for 3 on the night with a couple of runs scored and a couple of base hits. First pitch outside for a ball. Both bullpens are quiet right now. Big swing, no contact from Simmons. So it would appear that Carlos Francisco worked a relatively quiet 7th inning with the exception of a walk. Will pitch the 8th. This one lined into center field. Roman Anthony, good jump on it, and he closes down on it and takes the base hit away from Kendall Simmons on the sinking line drive to center field. That's out number 2. They'll bring up Baron Radcliffe. Radcliffe 0 for 3 tonight, couple of strikeouts and a ground out to first base. First pitch misses for a ball. And that one catches the inside corner. I don't think Baron Radcliffe thought it was a strike, but it is 1 ball and 1 strike. That one catches the outside corner. Now it's 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that'll do it for the Phils in the 7th. However, 3 runs. They do it on 2 hits. The big one, the 3-run Carson Taylor home run, will head to the 8th. The score, the Fightins 9, the Sea Dogs 8.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. For more information,
join us as we celebrate Reading Spanish and Latino culture during 12 Friday home games this season. The Savage Auto Group Fiesta Fridays are presented by Catay Law Offices, Suburban Brewing Company, Carl's Cards and Collectibles, Humane Pennsylvania, Star City Boxing, and the American Diner. Fiesta Friday features special Los Luchadores de Reading uniforms, Hispanic and Latino food and music, and other cultural elements throughout the ballpark. Get your tickets now by calling 610-370-BALL, online at ourphils.com, or at the Customers Bank ticket office.
Working with a top-tier, family-owned food distributor, Feazer's your partner for success in the kitchen. Looking for a fast and hassle-free
Welcome back to FirstEnergy Stadium, where the Reading Fightin' Phils have regained the lead on the Portland Sea Dogs. 9-8 is our score, as the Sea Dogs come to the plate here in the top half of the 8th inning. Carlos Francisco back out to pitch the 8th for the Fightins. Marcelo Meyer will lead it off for the Sea Dogs. First pitch from Francisco is outside for a ball. Big spot here for Francisco. Marcelo Meyer, Kyle Teal, Blaze Jordan, 2, 3, and 4 due up in the Sea Dogs lineup. First pitch fouled out of play. Second pitch fouled out of play. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Reading Fightin' Phils, one who would like to thank their team feed partner for tonight. That is Clean Eats, located at 1665 State Hill Road in Wyomissing. Healthy food restaurant that offers a variety of delicious and affordable options for their customers. The dine-in cafe menu includes burgers, wraps, flatbreads, and much more. Clean Eats also provides a weekly meal plan service that's as easy as pick up, heat, and eat. Healthy food options at Clean Eats in Wyomissing include grab-and-go meals, protein smoothies, healthy snacks, and catering for all occasions. Clean Eats is a proud 2024 Fightin Phil's team feed partner. 3 balls and a strike now to Marcelo Meyer, who is 2 for 3 on the night. A couple of singles, a couple of runs scored, and a sacrifice fly and an RBI in 4 plate appearances. 3-1 pitch is way outside, so Martinez gives up his second walk since coming in, but it's a leadoff walk here in the 8th. And that will bring the tying run to the plate in Kyle Teal. That brings the tying run, the go-ahead run to the plate, puts the tying run on base. 9-8 our score, Fightin's on top after the 3-run Carson Taylor home run in the 7th. Fightin's bullpen is quiet right now. This one ripped up in the air, right field. Rincones going back, drifts back to the warning track, has room and makes the catch. Teal just got under that one, lifted it high in the air. It brought Rincones back to the warning track, but he makes the catch for the first out. That'll bring up Blaze Jordan. Jordan 0 for 4 on the night. Big time power for Jordan. Looking for his first hit of the year. Meyer takes his lead off at first. Now the Phil's bullpen gets it busy. This one tapped down the third baseline. Chad Epperson does a little OA down there from his third base coaching box. Max Lazar up and warming up in the Phil's bullpen. As that one's over for a called strike. It's quickly no balls and 2 strikes now to Blaze Jordan. Don't think Jordan would agree with that call. But Francisco now ahead, no balls and 2 strikes. Fouled straight back, Jordan stays alive. This is the spot that has been was so dangerous for the Fightins in 2023. Trying to get those last couple outs. In the 7th, sometimes it was the 8th, sometimes it was the 9th a season ago that led to a lot of home losses. This one's way outside, it's 1-2. Fightin's record on the road in 2023 was not bad. Home, different story. 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Blaze Jordan. His right-handed hitter settles in. Just misses low, it's 2-2. Would not expect that Meyer is going anywhere, although he does represent the tying run. Should he decide to steal second base, get a little closer, get into scoring position. This one lined into right center field and falling fast. Rincones closes in and makes the catch. Gabriel Rincones went a long way to make the backhanded grab for out number 2 and take extra bases away from Blaze Jordan. Excellent job by Rincones. And there's 2 outs now in the 8th. That'll bring up Nick York. York 2 for 4 on the night. Couple of RBIs to go with his 2 hits, single and a double. Meyer still at first. First pitch swinging is fouled out of play. Again, Max Lazar up and warming in the Phil's bullpen. Don't know if that's to pitch the 9th potentially, or if Francisco gets in trouble here. Good breaking pitch, and it's over for a called strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes now to Nick York. That was the slider from Francisco that locked up Nick York a little bit. 0-2. On the fist that time and fouled it off. That's when you're certainly happy that it's 75 on opening night and not 45 as it was in Portland on Sunday, because that was on the fists, and those sting on a cold day. No balls and 2 strikes. That's low for a ball. Ricketts blocks, keeps Meyer at first base with 2 outs. Good size lead for Meyer off the bag. Tap foul as York stays alive. Francisco now at 35 pitches in his second inning of work. Lined into left field and falling fast. De La Cruz dives, cannot make the catch. It bounces away from him. That's going to allow Meyer to move up to third base. So a base hit for Nick York, his third hit of the night. Runners now at the corners with 2 outs for the Sea Dogs. De La Cruz laid out on it. Just couldn't come up with it. And then it hit off of him and rolled away, which allowed Meyer to move up to third base. And it will bring Philip Sykes to the plate. Sykes 1 for 4 on the night. Big swing, no contact from Sykes. That's way up high, ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Tapped foul on the third base line, and Francisco again gets ahead of the hitter. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Ball gets away down in the Phil's bullpen. Marcelo Meyer at third base, he walked. Nick York at first, he singled. Phil's 1-run advantage, 2 outs in the top half of the 8th inning. Fouled away again as Sykes stays alive. The next pitch from Carlos Francisco will be his 40th. Popped up in the infield. Can Francisco get there? Yes, he can, and he's the only one who could have gotten it. The pitcher gets off the mound and makes the catch on the infield pop-up, and that will do it for the Sea Dogs in the 8th. No reason to be a spectator as Francisco makes the catch for the 3rd and final out for the Sea Dogs in the 8th. No runs, 1 hit, 2 big ones left on base. We'll head to the bottom of the 8th. Insurance time for the Fightins. They lead it 9-8.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 75 years of senior living.
Best ingredients for your restaurant or are you looking for a reliable fresh produce to premium all your culinary needs? Feasers supplies everything. Our trusted team at Feasers. Visit Feasers.com today to 120 years our products have been sourced from best farms and suppliers, ensuring that you get success in your kitchen. For your restaurant, looking for a fast and hassle-free way to get fresh produce, non-premium meats, groceries, look no further supplies everything. Direct.com. The appetite. Just visit Feasers.com today to experience the difference in working with a top-tier family-owned food distributor. Our headquarters. Feasers, your partner for success in the kitchen. Looking for a fast and hassle-free way to get your snacks and non-perishable groceries? Look no further than FeasersDirect.com. With just a few clicks, discover the convenience of having your culinary.
Bottom half of the 8th inning, so the Phil's looking for some insurance here. They lead it 9-8. And Robert Moore will lead it off for the Fightins. The 9-hole hitter swings at the first pitch from Wyatt Olds, back out there for his second inning of work and comes up empty. Moore on the night, a couple of base hits in 3 plate appearances. Also grounded out to first base as he takes that one at the letters for a called strike. Switch hitter batting from the left-hand side as he has throughout tonight's ball game. Takes that one outside. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. So Max Lazar, it would appear, will have the 9th inning for the Fightin' Phils after Francisco gives them 2 innings. Moore keeps himself alive, fouls this one at the plate. Noah Skiro went 2 1/3 innings. Connor Ash, excellent job for him tonight in 2 2/3 innings without giving up any runs. Jordy Martinez pitched an inning, and then Francisco goes 2 innings without giving up a run. Pitch to Moore is that way. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. That hit him. Robert Moore, leadoff base runner here in the 9th. So you're looking for some insurance. Get that 9-hole hitter on for the top of the order. And Jose Rodriguez, who got his first hit in a Phillies uniform earlier tonight, his last time up, drove one into what will eventually be the bullpen in left center field, right underneath the brand new scoreboard for the solo home run in the 6th. He also walked twice in this one, so officially 1 for 2 on the night, been on base 3 times. First pitch to him, way outside, good play by Kyle Teal to keep the ball in his mitt and keeping Robert Moore at first base, who's got good speed. Pitch to the plate to Rodriguez is a ball. Robert Moore taking his lead off of first. And that almost hit Rodriguez. Somehow was able to get out of the way of that. Two balls and no strikes to Jose Rodriguez. Way outside, goes all the way to the backstop. Robert Moore will move up to second base. That's actually ball 4. So ball 4, so forget about the wild pitch that moves Moore to second. He moves there on the walk. So a hit by pitch and now a walk. So Jose Rodriguez on base 4 times tonight. And now Marcus Lee Sang looking to do some damage, but not before a visit to the mound from pitching coach Sean Isaac. Now the bullpen begins to stir for Portland, with Wyatt Olds getting himself into a jam again here in this 8th inning. Brendan Chalucci, a left-hander, up in the Portland bullpen, but he just got up. Marcus Lee Sang, the hitter for the Fightins. 2 on, nobody out. And good wheels on the bases as well for the Fightins. Reading 9, Portland 8. Phil's trying to strike on the home opener. Lee Sang shows bunt. Bunted through it, or did he? Now you got confusion, and now the Sea Dogs are throwing around the infield for outs. The question is did he bunt it? Did he miss it? What was the call? And apparently, now they're going to say he missed it. It's a very confusing call on the part of home plate umpire Joe Belangi as to exactly what happened. And instead of clearly signaling the ball dead, made everybody think that the ball might be in play. The runners were frozen. So Marcus Lee Sang showing bunt again and gets the bunt down, and it's a beauty. Third baseman Polino, the only one who has a play, but he doesn't have a play. Nobody was there to cover the bag. It's going to be an infield single, and everybody moves up. So Paulino couldn't field it cleanly on the great bunt by Marcus Lee Sang. So that'll bring up Gabriel Rincones Jr. First pitch to him is over for a called strike. So that's going to go as a base hit now for Marcus Lee Sang. And the bases are now loaded with nobody out for Rincones. Takes that one for a called strike too. So Rincones, who's walked all 4 plate appearances tonight, now quickly in the hole, no balls and 2 strikes. Sea Dogs bring the infield up, trying to cut off another run. Nobody out. Fouls that one out of play, just off the end of his bat. Rincones stays alive. Way inside. A dance out of the way of that one. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. Rincones fooled on the pitch. Tried to protect, comes up empty. Big strikeout there for Wyatt Olds and the Sea Dogs. 1 out now in the 8th. Now bring up Carlos De La Cruz. Second time that De La Cruz bats with the bases loaded, but it doesn't look like he's going to face Wyatt Olds. Portland is going to bring in the left-hander as the Alvernia University Golden Wolves called to the bullpen will bring Brendan Chalucci into the game for the Sea Dogs. A rough outing tonight for Wyatt Olds. He is responsible for all 3 runs on the base paths. And so Brandon Chalucci now will come on to try to get out of any further damage and keep this at a 1-run game. Taking a look at the Major League scoreboard in St. Louis. Phils and Cardinals now in the top half of the 7th inning. Last score we had, and it still remains that way, it's 3-0 Cardinals on top. So Brendan Chalucci is the new pitcher for the Sea Dogs. Zach Wheeler in St. Louis tonight went 6 innings, gave up 5 hits and 3 runs. Did not walk a batter again and struck out 5. But the Phils headed to the 7th inning stretch are down 3-0 in St. Louis. So Carlos De La Cruz, for the second time in this ball game, will bat with the bases loaded. Last time Carlos was not able to come through. He'll look to try to break this game open if he can come through here. Faces 6'4", 210-pound left-hander Brendan Chalucci, 25 years of age. He's a local product. Grew up outside of Philadelphia in Wyncote, Pennsylvania. Went to Penn Charter High School and then went to the University of Tulane. Was a 2019 12th round draft pick of the Boston Red Sox. Pitched in Portland last year, pitched in 37 games, 1-2 with a 5.29 earned run average. Bases loaded, 1 out for De La Cruz, who drives this one into shallow left field, but the shortstop, Marcelo Meyer, will range back and make the catch, and everybody has to stand still. A big out there as De La Cruz swings at the first pitch and gets jammed on it, and did not get enough of it to get it over and into the outfield. And everybody has to stay put. Bases loaded now and 2 outs, and Caleb Ricketts will bat. So bases loaded, nobody out, and a strikeout and a pop-up. Now the infield will get back into regular spots for Ricketts, the left-hander, who takes one over for a called strike. Fouled out of play. It's quickly no balls and 2 strikes to Caleb Ricketts. Robert Moore, the runner at third, he was hit by a pitch. Jose Rodriguez at second, he walked. And Marcus Lee sang at first on an infield bunt base hit. Bases loaded, 2 outs, bottom half of the 8th. 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss into dirt. And Teal will have to make the throw down. No, he will not with the runners on base. That will do it for the Phils. They waste an opportunity to get some separation in this one. But we head to the 9th. It's winning time in Baseball Town. After 8 innings, the score, the Reading Fightin' Phils 9, the Portland Sea Dogs 8.
Berk's Immunization Coalition works to provide leadership and education in promoting age-appropriate immunization across the lifespan for all residents of Berks County. This is a coalition comprised of local physicians, nurse practitioners, school nurses, immunization coordinators, immunization advocates, and pharmaceutical representatives working to encourage continuity of immunization through medical resources. They focus on educating both the community and the providers. For more information, please visit www.immunizepa.org. Click Local Coalitions.
Empowering communities one relationship at a time is our commitment at Tompkins. Our customers have thrived thanks to our focus on local lending and their commitment to the customers they serve.
They do a great job, everything for us, from our banking, our insurance, to our wealth management.
Tompkins has always been there for us. We see a long relationship with Tompkins. They're good people.
Tompkins, banking, insurance, wealth. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Investment and insurance products are not FDIC insured, not bank guaranteed, and may lose value.
So we head to the 9th inning, and the Reading Fightin' Phils need 3 outs to pick up the W. And it will be Max Lazar who will come in to pitch and try to get the save for the Fightins. 9-8 Reading on top, and Lazar will face the 7, 8, and 9 hole hitters due up for Portland here in the 9th inning. And the first pitch from Max Lazar to Edison Paulino is inside for a ball. This one, Tapper on the right side, going to be a tough play. Second baseman Jose Rodriguez will flip it to first base in time for out number 1. Good play by Rodriguez. He had to charge it hard with the pitcher Lazar closing in on him. But Rodriguez made the play and got it there in time for out number 1. The first big out is recorded. Goes 4-3 in the scorebook, and the first out for Lazar is Alex Pinellas will now bat. First pitch to Pinellas is over for a called strike 1. This one lined down the left field line. De La Cruz will give it a chase, but it will fall out of play. A balls and 2 strikes to Pinellas. just misses ball one. One ball and two strikes. Just misses again. It's 2-2. Over for a call, strike three, and Benellis knew it. 2 down. Max Lazar, originally a product of the Milwaukee Brewers, signed as a minor league free agent by the Phillies in December of 2023, looking for one more out. Faces Max Ferguson, who's been a problem in this game, 2 for 4 from the 9-hole spot. One ball, no strikes to Ferguson. Misses for a ball, it's 2-0. This is the guy you got to get. Top of the order in Roman Anthony. And then Marcelo Meyer in a lot of trouble, waiting in the on-deck circle, looking for a chance here with 2 outs, in the ninth and a 1-run game. Catches the outside corner there. It's 2-1. Got to make him hit it to get on. If he gets on, he gets on. Fouls it out of play, and Lazar works himself back to a 2 balls and 2 strikes. Last year, pitching for the Milwaukee Brewers organization in both Milwaukee at high A and Biloxi in double A. Lazar combined 33 games. And now he's 1 strike away and 1 out away from wrapping up the home opener. The fans in baseball town on their feet. Pitch the plate. Over for a call, strike 3, and that'll do it. The Fightin' Phils lock up the home opener with a come-from-behind victory as Max Lazar comes in to get the save, striking out the final 2 batters. And the Fightin' Phils win it. Reading 9, Portland 8. We'll take a timeout and come back and wrap up a home opener here on the Reading Fightin' Phils Radio Network.
Berks Immunization Coalition works to provide leadership and education in promoting age-appropriate immunization across the lifespan for all residents of Berks County. This is a coalition comprised of local physicians, nurse practitioners, school nurses, immunization coordinators, immunization advocates, and pharmaceutical representatives working to encourage continuity of immunization through medical resources. They focus on educating both the community and the providers. For more information, please visit www.immunizepa.org. Click Local Coalitions.
Empowering communities one relationship at a time is our commitment at Tompkins. Our customers have thrived thanks to our focus on local lending and their commitment to the customers they serve.
They do a great job, everything for us from our banking, our insurance, to our wealth management.
Tompkins has always been there for us. We see a long relationship with Tompkins. They're good people.
Tompkins, banking, insurance, wealth. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender. Investment and insurance products are not FDIC insured, not bank guaranteed, and may lose value.
Welcome back, with the Reading Fightin' Phils take the home opener tonight here in Baseball Town by a final score of 9-8, and it was every bit of that kind of baseball game here in Reading, with the Reading Fightin' Phils coming up with the long ball when it mattered the most, and they take the win by a final score of 9-8. Final numbers in this one for Portland: 8 runs on 13 hits and 1 error. For Reading, 9 runs on 10 hits and 1 error. And taking us through the highlights, it started fast. For Portland, they scored a run in the first. Marcelo Meyer got a base hit and eventually came around to score an RBI single from Nick York to take a 1-0 lead. The Fightins came back with 2 runs without a hit in the first inning. Walks to Jose Rodriguez, Gabriel Rincones, Carlos de la Cruz, and then a very bizarre, if you will, 2-bag sacrifice fly after Jose Rodriguez scored the first run for the Phils on a wild pitch and allowed Rincones to go to second base. Caleb Ricketts then drove one to center field. Roman Anthony to center field and made a great over-the-shoulder catch and slammed into the center field fence and was shaken up on the play, and because of that, Rincones was able to come around all the way from second base to score on the sacrifice fly. So a 2-bag sacrifice fly and an RBI, and the Phils led it 2-1. Didn't last long as Portland came right back off of Noah Skiro in the second inning and put up a 3-spot. Skiro ran into some troubles with a walk to Benelis, a double, an RBI double by Anthony brought Benelis in, and then a 2-run single from Kyle Teal put the Sea Dogs back up on top 4-2. Fightins got one back in the second. Kendall Simmons with a base hit, stole second base, and then eventually came around on an RBI single from Marcus Lee Sang to make it a 4-3 game. But Portland came back with another run of their own in the third. Philip Sykes got it started with a single, and then a base hit off of the bat of Anderson Paulino, and an error on Marcus Lee Sang as the ball hit off of his leg and rolled away. Eventually allowed the run to score as Sykes came across with the run. And with that, the Sea Dogs lead became a 5-3 advantage. But the Phils got that back in the third. Carson Taylor, a 1-out home run into what will eventually be the bullpens here at the new remodel. As the remodeling continues here at FirstEnergy Stadium, the bullpens are not yet complete, so they're still using the bullpens down the first and third base lines until those bullpens are finished. But that's where Carson Taylor hit it, just under the new scoreboard in left center field. And Carson Taylor's second home run of the season put the Phils down by a run at 5-4, but they were not done. Kendall Simmons then followed with his second base hit of the night. Robert Moore then drove him home with a base hit, and the game was tied at 5-5 after 3. The bats finally fell silent, at least for a couple of innings, before the Sea Dogs broke it open to their advantage in the 6th with a 3-spot. Max Ferguson led it off with a single. Roman Anthony followed it with a double. Marcelo Meyer then drove in Ferguson with a sacrifice fly. And then Teal drove in a run with a double. And then Nick York came back 2 at-bats later with another double. As the Sea Dogs got 3 runs in that inning on 4 hits, 3 of them doubles. And they opened up an 8-5 lead as a result. Fightins came back in the bottom half of their 6th inning. And they ultimately were able to get a run back. This time it was Jose Rodriguez coming up with his first hit since being acquired by the Phillies organization. And Jose Rodriguez with a solo home run to make it an 8-7 game in favor of the Sea Dogs, with the solo home run from an 8-6 game in favor of the Sea Dogs after the solo home run from Jose Rodriguez. Again, Rodriguez was on base 4 times tonight, 3 walks and a home run from the leadoff spot. 8-7 was our score. The Sea Dogs come up empty in the top half of the 7th. The Fightins come to the plate in the bottom half of the 7th, and it started with a Gabriel Rincones walk, his 4th walk of the night. Caleb Ricketts then got a base hit, which brought Carson Taylor to the plate. And Carson Taylor unloaded on a 3-run bomb onto the porch on the Redners Event Center. And what turned out to be the game-winning home run, Carson Taylor with a 3-run home run. Max Lazar comes in to get the big final 3 outs and the W for the Phils as Lazar picks up the save and the Fightins pick up the win. So Max Lazar gets the win. Wyatt Olds takes the loss for the Sea Dogs. And it will be Carlos Francisco who will get the win for the Phils. Skiro went 2 1/3 inning, 7 hits, 5 runs, and 4 earned. Connor Ash did a great job in relief of him. He went 2 2/3 innings, a hit, no runs, a walk, and 2 strikeouts. Jordy Martinez then got roughed up a little bit. He gave up 3 runs in that 1 inning of work he had. Carlos Francisco did a nice job. He worked 2 innings without giving up a run, only 1 hit. He did walk 2, but no runs surrendered. And then Lazar comes in for the final 3 outs, the final 2 of which were strikeouts. and the Phils come up with the W. Opening night here at the ballpark, it was a long one, 3 hours and 8 minutes, but it was a great crowd on hand. 8,480 watching baseball here in Baseball Town. The final numbers for you again. For the Portland Sea Dogs, 8 runs on 13 hits. They committed 1 error. For the Reading Fightin' Phils, 9 runs on 10 hits. They committed 1 error as well. Sea Dogs fall to 0-2 on the season. Reading goes to 2-2 on the season as they win their home opener. Fightins and Sea Dogs will do it again tomorrow night, 6:45 back here at the ballpark. Wednesday night, Thursday night, and Friday night all at 6:45. Saturday night will be a 5:15 start, and then Sunday afternoon, family fun day here at the ballpark, courtesy of Burke's Packing, and that will be a 3:15 start. Hope to see you out here for parts or all of this season opener here in Baseball Town. It's a gorgeous night tonight. Fireworks obviously on the table for Friday and Saturday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday here at the ballpark as well. So come on out and watch some baseball here in Baseball Town as the Reading Fightin' Phils get their home opener under their belt, and they do it with a win in front of 8,480. That will do it for our call from my broadcast partner, Jake Starr. For yours truly, my name is Bob McCool. Thank you for listening to Reading Fightin' Phils baseball here on the Reading Phillies Radio Network. That'll do it for our broadcast. We'll talk to you tomorrow right back here. Hope to see you at the ballpark. Have a great night, everyone.